Hey everybody,
Hi.
the girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. As you can see, I have two very special guests with me, Alicia and Anitra. Hi, ladies. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing great, Angie. Hi.
Yes.
I see the smiles. I know we can't wait to jump into this, but I want to introduce you all to everybody in the chat and that may watch this on the rewatch. Short story. People know I talk a lot, so it might not be that short. I saw these ladies maybe a year or two ago on YouTube. And this was before I got into Twitter and saw the huge community of people that love the challenge and Survivor and stuff. And I really love their videos. And it seemed like, I don't know, ladies, if you all kind of backed away from YouTube a little bit. I followed you all on Instagram so I can keep up. But like the other day, they were on Twitter talking about Turbo and how crazy Nani was for coming in his face for You Want to Go on Elimination. And I was like, oh my God, there they go. There are the twins. And I was like, people who know me, I'm a people person, but I am a little bit shy. Can you not hear me?
No, we can't. She just tried to pull up the comments and then we couldn't see you anymore.
Oh.
The chat. I was trying. Yeah.
It's a learning experience.
It really is.
It's a learning curve. But you should be able to see the chat. But I was like, there go the twins. I don't care how shy I am. I'm about to follow them, get in their DMs, and get them on the show because I haven't seen you all in like 2 years. And I was so excited to see you.
You are not shy if you over here podcasting, ma'am.
Is that no podcast?
Or YouTubing,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it. But
she calls everything a podcast.
yeah, but I was so excited to see you all on Twitter, and I'm so happy you're here on the show. So do you want to tell them a little bit about where they can find your content and what kind of content you all do?
Yeah, sure. You can follow us on Instagram, A.C.A.music. Look, y'all, that was our old name. We're
in the process, y'all. We're about to release our first single, and we're also going to be under a different name. We had a name chosen, and now I'm going back and forth on that. So follow us there. You might see a different Twitter handle for that Instagram page in the next couple of weeks, but we will be there. We are
same
singers.
place on same thing on Twitter, right?
Yeah, same thing on.
No, it's not.
No,
it might be Allie and Annie.
But you can find us under that. I think if you put ACA Music, you can find us there. But it's actually the Twitter handle is at Allie ALI and Annie ANI Tomp THOMP. I'm sorry, we're so complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the two places we are on Twitter. That's our group stuff. I'm also on those sites individually, so you might see me here and there.
Alicia Thompson or Allie Thompson, but yeah, we sing like she said. So we're trying to get ourselves together.
I'm on Twitter a lot under the Big Brother hashtag currently, so you might see me there. But yeah, we're singers, we're actors. Yeah. And we're working on our singing right now heavily. That's why you haven't seen us a lot, Angie. We did decide for this season of the challenge, we're not going to be talking about every single episode. We're only going to talk about certain episodes and things that speak to us. Hence, last week, feeling the need to speak out about Turbo because we just felt like he was being really
villainized.
Yeah, villainized. And yeah. And we didn't look into the tag to see how other people were feeling because, you can get spoiled there. But do you know, like, what the consensus of the America?
I can tell you because it was under your video. I had a little Twitter beef because someone didn't agree.
Yeah.
So they didn't really ruin it, but it's half and half. Some people feel like Turbo is aggressive and always arguing and fighting. I have heard from behind the scenes that he did have he was hard to get along with. He might have been a little bit Hollywood, I would say. But I don't care how he was acting in that moment. Nani was wrong. And that's just period for me.
That's how I feel too. Like, and that's why I didn't, and I appreciate you so much. I was like, see, Angie got my back. I didn't know your name at the time, but I was like, my friend got my back. But sometimes I don't even feel like talking to those people because I'm like, bro, what you're saying has nothing to do with the fact that Nani was wrong. She was being a bad friend. But go ahead and say what you want to say.
Right. So let's just jump right into it. And anyone in the chat, if you want to follow them, I follow them. So if they change the name, I will definitely retweet so you all will see the information.
We all over the place. Thank you, Angie. We appreciate you.
So since you all are guests, I usually ask the chat which show they want to start with. So I will ask you, which show do you want to start with, Survivor or The Challenge?
You know what? I'm going to say, for me, so we don't go too on a tangent, so we start things off, I think we can be quicker with Survivor, whereas I feel as if we get on The Challenge, we just going to be talking about The Challenge for a while, because I ain't happy with them. but Survivor, I'm happy with, so we can, like, you know, that's how I feel. What do you think?
I'm like the opposite. Angie, you're gonna have to be the tiebreaker. I wanted to start with The Challenge just because that's the one that we watched first. So like, I don't know. And what do you?
I can go either way. We can put it to the chat, but they usually always want to start with Survivor first.
Okay, see,
they do?
We're here, chat.
People love The Challenge, and they know we talk longer about The Challenge than Survivor. So
I guess you guys were right then. Okay, then
we have one first. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you, Dabu. I see you, Les.
Okay, now we can see.
Hey, Sheena. Kamisha was in the chat.
Kamisha, I know you're Big Brother.
Yeah, you know Kamisha. If you're on Twitter, you know Kamisha from Big Brother. Yes.
Yes. This is cool. What part of y'all saying Nani was wrong about? Oh, you know, can I answer that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Just like the fact that, you know, he's her friend. And it's like, you don't go up to your friend, even if everybody in the house is saying, yo, your friend's wilding out. They say they want to go into elimination. Let's put them in. You don't go up to your friend and say, hey, yo, everyone in the house is saying you want to go in. Do you want to go in? Like, to me, I just feel like she wouldn't have asked Leroy that. She wouldn't have asked Kayla that. She wouldn't have asked Jenna that.
But she kind of did ask Jenna that some seasons ago. And if
I wanted to go in.
You remember that?
Yeah. That was a Skull season as well. So that's when you had to go in anyway.
Yeah,
but Skulls involved this season. Why would anyone want to go in?
But was she necessarily being a good friend to Jenna in that situation either? I mean,
that was different.
Jenna wanted to go in, like you said.
Jenna wanted to go in.
She was kind of like doing her a favor.
And Nani was there the whole time with Jenna. So Jenna's literally telling Nani she wanted to go in. So she asked her that question. That was valid. But for her to come in that house and ask her friend that, what she should have been saying was, Turbo, what are you doing? You're not going into an elimination. Stop telling people you're going into elimination. Get it together.
It was like she came into the situation pretending like she was looking out for him, but it was like she never intended to really look out for him. It seemed she
just wanted to do what Bananas wanted to do. In my opinion.
She's gonna do what Bananas wanted to do. I feel like Bananas sent her in there to kind of smooth the situation over. Like, oh, you said you wanted to go in, so they were going to put him in regardless. And I'd rather them just put his name on the board than have that scene of, oh, I heard you wanted to go in. Just put his name on the board. You were going to do that anyway.
Right. Yeah. And Angie, I do want to say really fast, the thing that stuck out to us so much is that he said, if I wanted to go in, I would have told you.
I would tell you.
But he's overlooking that because
that's right, Dabu.
She was acting like he was not giving her a straight answer. And it's like, no, he literally said, if I wanted to, I would have told you. So he didn't come up to you and tell you. So therefore he's saying, I don't want to go in, but that wasn't good enough for her.
She felt like he was being rude by that.
No, you don't come to me like that. I'm the one that's in power. I come to you. So then it became kind of like Nani kind of being like on a
power trip.
Yeah. So I'm glad some of you guys are in the chat understanding. So that makes me so happy that we're not.
They got it. Because I feel like, oh, she just wants you to beg or kiss her ass. And no, we're not doing that. No.
That's what he said too. He was like, I'm not gonna beg. So it's sad. But you know, one last thing, sorry. Someone did point out on Twitter that they were on opposite sides for War of the Worlds 2. Because you know, Turbo was really playing with Polly and stuff, and Leroy was playing with Polly, and Nani was like over there with Zach and Jordan and Corey, all of them being stank. when they were trying to play together as a team. So I forgot about that. And I was like, so that was kind of like some groundwork to this season where she wasn't as close to him. She wasn't as close to him as she was before. And
She
so I
put
think it was
her
easier.
hands on him, y'all.
I agree. If Turbo would have touched Nani in any kind of way, just touched her arm or anything, he would have been gone and never coming back. You can't put your hands on people, period.
What'd she do?
Well, I don't know, but
I snatched him up and was like, you can't walk away from me. Like,
oh
She was
yeah,
acting
like
like
his mom. Like it was crazy. And you guys, I want y'all to know, we do not by any means think that Turbo is perfect. Like I understand he probably had a lot of beef with a lot of people, but it's just like, should he be completely villainized and act like he was completely 100% in the wrong?
In that situation,
No.
no. But okay. Survivor 43. Let me change the background so people on the rewatch will know what we're talking about.
I know we're learning
Look at
today.
you.
Look, we're gonna have to get you to.
Oh, I took it off. There it is. There it is. Survivor 43.
Nice.
Trust me, it's a learning curve. It took a while for me to figure all of this out. But in general, before we jump into this week's episode, I have a few questions background. Right now, who is your favorite player?
Oh,
Ooh,
that's hard. Look, we have like two.
okay.
And then we have some that we're just like
We
rooting
have
for
two.
too. Well,
do we even have the same favorite?
well, I
players?
know who your favorite is, and I know who my favorite is, and we both like
I
both
don't
of
even
them.
know who my favorite. I'm just kidding.
All right. I know who it is.
But can I just point out, and this is for Kamisha and all the other Big Brother fans in here, we had such a trash cast for Big Brother. There were literally only like 3 good people on that cast that I liked. Y'all know who they are. Taylor, Joseph, Michael. But this season of Survivor has a really great cast. Like to me, there's so many likable people. So it was just such a refreshing thing. You want to go ahead and say who your favorites?
Yeah, I think I really, really love Cody. I have loved Cody from the beginning. I just love his personality. I like when he was talking about he's there to have fun and life is what you make it and stuff like that. I was like, he's just a good person. So,
and also he had our girls back, even though she was
NECA,
he had NECA's back.
She was trash at the competition
till he couldn't have it anymore. He had
yeah.
And it hurt him though. It hurt him to have to vote her out. So I was just like, I like him. He is a good person. He was trying to keep, good people around. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, he's definitely my number one as well, which I also want to point out it's just so refreshing to have so many amazing guys on this season because we've had a lot of trash.
Nothing but guys left. It's only 4 women left in the game.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, Angie, we did not even peep that. That's
probably why we're favoring the guys. It's because there's probably not even many girls.
Yeah, I was like, okay, are we like we're all about girl power? I was like, this is so weird. Like, why are we not really rooting for the girls this season? But we do really like Carla.
We do like Carla,
and she's playing a fantastic game. Like,
yes,
all of her power and her little things that she has are to her chest. Nobody knows about.
Who knows?
People need to take notes from her.
Right.
But
she's the only.
I said they do. They need to take notes.
I love
your favorite person is. Yeah,
I love Sam.
She loves Sammy.
I think Sammy. I think he's playing a great game. I've been wanting Baca to go to Tribal for the longest time now because I didn't like majority of their players. So I was like, get these people out of here. And Sammy was like the one player on that team that I really don't want to go. I think he's really smart.
Yeah, he's always saying stuff where we're like, he knows, man. He knows.
I like Sammy, but I was mad at Sammy for giving up his beads to Janine. I felt like he could have kept his beads and she has a title.
Girl, that was foolish. I was like, why?
I mean, he didn't have a chance. I was mad at him for not giving Gabler some kind of signal, like being like, no, or like something, or like cough, or I don't know, like something. Because I do feel like Sammy at that point,
he could have kept his bead. I would have been like, no, you can't have my bead. I don't care. I don't care what piece of paper you got. No, if I can't have the idol, you can't have it.
Just put those lines in the sand
he
right
could
away,
have because the boys would have had his back, so he could have done that and just been like, no. It's not a team game. Like, I'm here for you, but I'm not about to give you an idol.
I want to draw that line in the sand.
I agree. This is Sheena in the chat. She says the 3 people on Big Brother you named are the only 3 she liked as well.
Oh my goodness,
Listen,
I love it.
Majority of the fans, the live,
Everybody
was together this season. We just
yes.
for
We were over it. We were over it this season. But my favorite player is Carla and James.
Hey.
Those are the 2 I'm rooting for, Carla and James.
I have a soft spot for James, and I definitely do not want him to go anywhere. I was telling her because James was on the chopping block this week because they was trying to blindside him.
James! Oh my god!
I love the way that James is playing. Like, people need to take notes from him too, because he was someone who was willing to work with the girls, and it's like, bro, he was like, man, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. Like, I'm gonna make them feel comfortable, and I'm gonna make the guys feel comfortable, and we just gonna all be good, and I'm gonna float under the radar. I love James.
I love James too. Okay, last question before we jump into this episode. I call it begging for beads, the idol that they have to beg for beads. What did you think about this season? Did you like begging for beads better, or the bumblebees, broccoli, and butterflies sayings from last season?
I personally think that from a player aspect, the beats was a better thing, because to have to wait for other people and all the other tribes to find their thing and say their clue, like, that was just excruciating. And like, they could just go from tribal to tribal without having a vote. Like, that's
and it
just
wasn't their fault.
Right.
It was out of their hands.
The bead thing in theory seemed like it was going to be very difficult to do, but then it didn't end up being difficult at all. So I don't know, like, as a viewer, if that was like as entertaining as the whole saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to make something that's in between those. Something that's not impossible and out of your hands, and something that's not so easy that is boring. So
it has to be harder. Like, you have to work for it, because for me, would you trade your bead for one earring? Like, that was really crazy to me. Like,
yeah.
What I'm gonna do with one earring?
And that was kind of one of the more interesting to me versus Janine getting her beads. Like, that was so boring. I was like, oh my gosh, everybody.
Right. It literally took her 2 minutes. She told the entire tribe but Gabler what it was, and they all gave her the idol. Like, we don't want her to have an idol, but here's my beads.
Yeah, that was so disappointing. Everything about that was disappointing.
Some people say take it away completely. I agree. Go back to just finding an idol in the woods and it's yours. I agree.
Yeah. And okay, I'm not going to get into the other part because we're going to talk about the episode later. So I'll hold my tongue with that.
Okay, let's jump into it right now. I want to start with my favorite part of the episode.
All right.
Ooh, what's your favorite part?
Yeah. Ellie's torch. Ellie is gone. Justice for Mariah. I'm so happy the person that wanted Mariah out so bad and just saved Gabler. Mm-hmm. And Gabler was the one who said, I don't like Ellie. She went through my bag. She has to go.
It's so funny.
Gabler was epic for that. Listen. He was, man, that dude's a legend for that.
Bye, Ellie.
I'm so glad you pointed out Justice for Mariah, because I really think that's the point where I was like, done with her and Janine, because I was like, one, that was stupid. Mm-hmm. That was stupid. They literally got rid of their numbers. Like, Mariah was never gonna leave.
She was so down for them.
Yeah. And now maybe not Janine, because Janine was the weakest. Janine was the weakest. If they were gonna go
lost. I was like, this don't make no sense. She took so long during the challenge. She got stuck under the net or something.
Under a log. I did not like how Ellie petted, I believe, Owen on the head like he was a dog. I did not like that. And I did not like how she wanted to play Gabler for a fool. Like, we're going to make it seem like his idol isn't even good anymore. And I'm like, ma'am, he knows how to read. So, and then we discussed this on the Twitter space last night. I don't like how we get to the merge and the first person you want gone is another black man. It's a black man. Out of all the people, Ellie, goodbye. You don't even get to be on the jury. You get to go home and watch with us. Goodbye.
I know. Look, we felt the same way. We felt definitely some type of way about it. And then I was like, but I was trying to, rationalize it. I was
like that. Yeah, she was
I was like, it could be because Cassidy's a girl. So I was like, okay, if she's trying to keep another girl around. But you can't help but look at it that way. Yeah, because she did that to Mariah. And it was like, you literally had no reason to do that to Mariah. So it does look bad just for her to throw out his name. But
the game move would have been Cody, because we're going to get into a second, but Cody has an idol and he doesn't know that So this is the perfect time to get it out.
That's true.
I'm looking at you sideways that you're going to glance all the way over the one with the power to the man who has nothing.
That's very true, because I tell you 100%, I'm so glad you pointed that out, Angie. Because if that would have been James that had that idol, he would have had it.
He would have been gone.
Yeah. Sure. He would have been gone 100%. She would have told everybody about it, and it would have been a witch hunt. So, or whatever you call for a guy hunt. But yeah, for sure, she ain't right.
Hey, Confessions is in the chat. At the beginning of the episode, we have Noelle. Now, I had to put my thinking cap on because I'm like, why is Noelle telling all of the tea from the Red Tribe? I forgot she went to the Big Rock with Owen, but they know you have an advantage. You didn't have to tell them what it was. But Noelle is spilling all the tea like, hey, I got the advantage. I have still a vote, just so you know. He didn't have to know that. Right. And then, Cody, he has this huge hat and we all gave him beads. So now they all know that Cody has an idol. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Noelle, shut up.
Same.
You're talking too much.
Same.
Who did she tell that to?
She told that to Ellie.
No. Ellie told somebody.
Ellie told Janine. So it had to be Ellie.
She told Owen about the Stella vote, and she told Ellie about the beads.
So now I'm wondering, and I guess we'll see next week, like if Janine's the only person, because we saw Ellie tell Janine about Cody's idol. So I'm wondering now if Janine's the only one that knows that, and if she keeps that to herself, or like it's just Cody's information everybody knows it now. Like,
I feel like the Yellow Tribe is sharing information with everyone because Owen knows about Cody's idol.
Oh, he does?
Okay. He knows. The only idol that no one knows anything about is Carla's. I don't know if the Yellow Tribe is going to be smart enough to start asking the Blue Tribe about who on your team was asking for beads. I don't know if they'll do that, but so far right now, Carla is good.
Yeah, she is. She's great, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, but yeah, to speak about that moment, oh my gosh, it was just literally terrible.
Like pulling out your hair, like, shut up, Noelle. Shut up.
You're messing my dude up. Telling everything. And then, like you said, for her to tell Owen that information, for me, it wasn't even that she told Owen. It was just like the timing of it all. Like, it's like they're all just standing still there. Like, they all just met each other and stuff. And you're just going to say that, like, I don't.
Yes. Much Noelle. And I liked, look, from that last episode when Noelle was jumping through that thing on one foot, I was like, Noelle is a beast.
Yeah.
She's doing better than people with two legs. Like, Noelle, you're a beast. You can easily be great at this game, but you're talking too much.
But you know what, Angie? I actually did not like her until this episode. Even though she was running her mouth and stuff, I really liked that she had Cody's back. But at the same time, I don't know if she's aware of it, but every time she keeps talking about Cody and everything, I feel like she's putting a big target on him, which is also good for her, which I love Cody. I don't want this to be good for her, but I'm just saying, like, I do feel like she's putting herself in a position where he gets voted out before her.
Because she's talking about how likable he is.
He is very likable. Mm-hmm. Look, I know you all love Cody, but I'd rather Cody go first over Dwight. Let Dwight stay around.
Like, oh, Dwight.
He's on Memphis crew. Like, he's from Memphis. I'm rooting for you.
Like, why?
Okay.
He's not doing anything.
He's not doing anything. No, he's not.
I mean, he finally solved a puzzle, though, last week.
He did solve this puzzle. He did.
We were Dwight doing the puzzle again. He's not good at them.
Yeah. So, thank God he did.
Anything else about the first, like, hey, we're at the merge that stuck out to you before we move on to the challenge? Because that was all that stuck out to me was Noelle is talking too much.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's all. when they immediately, well, does this include the merge feast?
No, this is like when they first pull up on the boat and they're like, hey, everybody, what do you think about this question in the chat? I feel like they won't let Noelle to the end. I hate to say it, but she will win because she has one leg. Do you think for $1 million, do you have that much sympathy for somebody?
And I don't even know if it would be sympathy. It might just be the fact that, oh my gosh, this girl made it to the end on Survivor with one leg. We need to give her, like, she deserves it because that's a huge feat to even.
I don't think nobody would vote her.
So
I mean, I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't, because everybody.
There might be some people that might bring that up as an argument and be like, well, hey, we need to get her out. But is it a valid argument? I'm not so sure, because
I don't think so. Noelle has been beasting these challenges. So to me, she's not handicapped. I hope that's the right thing to say. But she does. I mean, I know she physically does not have a leg, but she is so good. You don't notice. Like, you really don't know. She's swimming, she's jumping, she's climbing. You don't notice. Like, she's not the weakest one out there at all. So why would someone say, oh, they might give it to her? Like, no, if Noelle wins, I feel like she's going to win for being a good Survivor player.
I think there's other people that give more of a threat, like Gabler. Like, he's being the only older man out there. I feel like that would be more so of a reason to vote for him over other people, because it's like, to me, he had to overcome like a whole lot more, because for me personally, Survivor isn't just about physical challenges and stuff. It's a really social game. And the fact that he is like having to relate to these younger people and really be out of his element, as like, to me, that's more of a thing that people would maybe want to vote him out over like Noelle.
I could see
Yeah, because he's about to get on people's nerve. Gabler is about to start working people's nerve.
Yeah.
Did they show that in the previews? Is he about to?
Well, he was already doing it on the Yellow Tribe, so I'm assuming he's about to do it to everybody else.
Yeah, and that's true.
I think he's going to skate. I'm not going to lie. I think he's going to skate for a little bit.
And Noelle honestly could skate too for a bit, as long as she doesn't start getting dangerous. But they showed that on the scenes that I think she's going to start feeling like she's running the game or something. And they were like, Noelle's getting a big head, because Noelle, in my opinion, she could skate to the end and potentially be someone who wins. But honestly, just because she deserves
to maintain her threat level for sure.
And she has to be better at strategizing, because she's playing a great physical game, but her strategy is kind of trash right now.
Agreed. I don't see the strategy yet, but she's a great physical player. So up next, we're having our first, I guess, challenge, because it's not really, Jeff is this whole, you have to earn your spot, have to earn your way. So they're pulling the rocks to see who's going to be on whose team. I'm so happy we aren't smashing that damn hourglass again. That was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I was telling her about it because she actually didn't watch that season. And I was like, I liked it at the time because I was rooting for the people that lost the challenge. But I was like, that really wasn't fair, like, at all.
Right, to the people who won.
Yeah, like, at all. There was nothing fair about it. So
because the person is going to smash. Like, you're going to smash to be safe. So right now, we're playing more of a gambling game. If you pick the Gray Rock, you have to pick which team you want to be on. Noelle has the Gray Rock. Hindsight 2020, she picked the right team. But let's just pretend like we don't know the outcome.
Right.
Which team would you have picked if you were Noelle? The red team or the blue team?
Oh, the red team all day.
Never picking
all
that
day.
blue
We was
team.
looking at her like, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
Red team was stacked.
Yes. I said the same thing because Sammy is the puzzle person. I was like, Sammy's over there. They got the puzzle people. It's going to come down to the puzzle. I'm going over on red. Now, she lucked out because the white figured that puzzle out. But
I don't know what that red side was doing. Oh, my gosh.
Well, Ellie said she couldn't focus, and I believe that because, she said sometimes she lacks focus because she said she has something.
She's a hater.
She has haterism in her. Right?
She was distracted from just being a hater, huh?
What was the red tribe's name? originally?
Bessie. It's a V.
I go by colors. I only know Baka is yellow because they say Baka so much this episode.
Okay, well, the Red Tribe originally, like, I know you remember this, like, every single time they would do a puzzle, they were so terrible at it, and they were always looking at the other team and just still lost, and it was literally just, like, reminiscent of that, and it was funny because they're red again, and they still were lost. Like, it was like, what in the
It's like a bad color for puzzles.
It was NECA at first, because once NECA left, you know, we all love NECA, but once she left, Dwight was doing it over there. Like, they were winning everything once she left. So sometimes you just gotta get rid of that one person. But in the challenge, I thought this was amazing how Ryan flipped upside down to snatch up Carla, who got her hand smashed in the challenge, and Gabler came from behind with the like headbutt up. I was like, they're getting it done.
Yeah,
you're getting up that ramp no matter.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
And then I don't have a picture of it, but the way James did this same ramp by himself on the first try, I was like,
yeah, that was very impressive. You're right.
You better get up there, James. You better get up there. Because I didn't see, like, I never seen physical for James before. So I was shocked when he got up there. I was like, you better get up there, James.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
And I was glad he got up there because Ryan was up there literally like with one hand on the net and the other arm out, like trying to pull people up. I was like, bro, that's a terrible idea. You need to like get up there. So James actually climbed up there and then he was up there trying to help them up. So
I didn't know what Ryan was doing because I'm like, can he not get up there? Like, why is he dangling? And then he started throwing people up there. And you're right, that wasn't working. You need someone up there snatching.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever.
You're not old boy from last season, Ryan. I don't forgot his name already, but
what's his name?
Oh,
the like Hercules or something.
Like they call him Thor or something.
Yeah, that's
his name.
Thor.
I don't remember his name anymore. The season is over, but you're not him, Ryan. You need to get up there and snatch, not be tossing people up.
Yeah, he probably could have.
Jonathan, that was it. Yes. Okay, let's move on to the merge feast. You know, we made fun of it at the Spaces last night. We call it a Subway feast because I didn't see the protein. I didn't see the chicken, the steak. They had beer and sandwiches and breadsticks, and I was like, "What is this?"
Breadsticks.
Because
breadsticks
was chomping on some kind of breadstick.
What?
Listen,
I wasn't even paying attention.
Noelle said she did not care. She said, "I'm eating everything I see. I don't care what it is."
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
it was. But the main part of the feast, two things stood out. First, Ryan stands up and said, "Hey, final 7 right here," and everyone's looking like.
You know, Ryan just gets worse and worse strategically every week. Every week he gets worse. It's like, say less, like literally say less. Please don't talk.
It's not, but maybe it'll get him far.
I think so. Like, he's a shoe-in to be at the end because he's not out strategizing you. And he's going to be trash at the final tribal council. Like, he has nothing to say. Like, at least for one of the 3 spots.
Be redacted at the finale. He ain't gonna know what to say.
Nothing.
Outspeeched. Just
he's an easy shoe-in for the end.
Nice. All right. Well, keep up.
So if he's there, hey, we called it. If he's there,
we called it because yeah, he's big. Yeah, he might win a couple of those individual immunities, but trust me, when he gets to that final chair, he will have nothing to say. It will be comedy gold for the show.
Yeah. Because he'll be talking about things that he thought was good that people are like, bro, we already had clocked you on that. Like, that wasn't good, bro. Like,
I actually want to see it now. I need to see it.
Yeah. I don't think it's there. Every time I see Ryan on my screen, he's doing something. I'm like, what are you doing? We'll get to it later because he did something else crazy to me this episode too. But the second thing at the feast was Gabler. Because they're talking, you know, Ryan has said what he said, and Gabriel's like, look, Ellie went through my bag. She can't be trusted. Let's go ahead and vote her out. She can go. And Janine's face was like, it was kind of like, wait, I really can't say nothing because I went through his bag, but Ellie is my girl too. Janine was mum. Like, she said nothing. And everyone was like, Ellie is the vote? Okay. Ellie is the vote. Cool. We're gone. So this is where notes probably would have helped because so much happened back at camp. I might go out of order.
No,
let's stick with Ellie and the yellow Baka first. So Ellie is back at the camp while they're doing their strategy over there. She's like, look, Cody's going to be cool if we say he's the vote, but I'm really going to have everybody split the vote between James and Cassidy, and I really want James to be the one to go. Right there, I was done with Ellie. I was done with her from right there. I was like, James? I'm sorry, I get that from Sheena. If Sheena is still in the chat, she knows we don't call her name, we call her L and E. So L-E.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
I'm so used to saying it, I forget that I'm in front of company.
No, I love it so much.
Yeah. So,
done with her.
First, Ellie wants James and Cassidy split vote. Here comes Janine. Girl, Gaither said you went through his bag. I'm like, but you know you went through his bag. So Ellie is like, oh, time to scramble. So let's start right there. Number one, I can't believe no one got any pushback on the Cassidy James split. Like, everyone at first was like, cool, we'll do that. I was kind of shocked that people wanted to go there first, but were you shocked?
I'm not shocked.
Yes
I
and
think,
no.
Yeah, I think at that point they're like, hey, they want to work with us, which, mind you, we were like, it's not even the whole tribe approaching them. It's literally Ellie saying, hey, the yellow tribe's going to work with you. Mm-hmm. It's like Sammy and them ain't even working with her. But
right. But I don't think they knew all of the dynamics originally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if
they didn't realize how fractured they were.
Yeah. So they felt like someone was giving them an opportunity. They're giving them a get out of jail free card. So it's like for everybody but Cody, who his name is being brought up as a divergent, it's looking like, okay, well, maybe this.
But Cody didn't know about
He didn't know
at that
about this,
time.
yeah. In the red, yeah.
He didn't know yet. Because it's about to explode. He didn't know yet.
Yeah, that was just foolish. But yeah, so they're like, okay, we can team up. We've been working with them before. Maybe this can be good for us. So it made sense to me that they would, they're not going to be super excited about it. Like, we didn't see them jumping up and down or being like, we love them, let's work with them. But they were like, okay, sure.
I think when Phil, is this Phil for the show? No.
Jeff Probst or whatever.
Which he is a great host, so please forgive me, Jeff. But anyway, I feel like when Jeff throws a wrench in the plans like that, and he's like, somebody's leaving, and all these people haven't been working together. The moment they hear any kind of name and it's not them, they're just gonna roll with it. They don't want to be the ones calling the shots necessarily, because sometimes those people get targeted. As we
like, okay, James Cassidy, cool. Okay, I'll give them that. Backtrack a little. Koki, hey Koki, in the chat is talking about Noelle was being strategic. She felt the tribe she picked, if she lost, she would be safe. And I can agree, because all the red people were on the tribe and they wouldn't vote for her. So I can see that, Koki. Thank you.
For smart.
She was smart then, yeah, for sure.
Good job. That makes sense now that she said that.
I mean, that's who I was going for, so I was glad she picked that team.
I thought about that as well, because I was like trying to make sense of it, and I was like, that's the only thing that I could think of. I was like, she has her ally Dwight that she knows would vote with her, and there are other threats on that team. Ryan, other people they can try to get rid of.
You could have got rid of Ryan. He's an easy merge boot. Like, look at this big guy right here. He has to go.
Yeah.
But I promise you, he's safe. Ryan has to be safe, but okay.
It's like, it's so funny because you're like, he could be a quick boot, or he's either going to be a quick, easy boot whenever they need one, or he's going to skate on through.
I think if the blue team would have lost, Ryan, easy. He's huge. Get him out of here, whatever. But now that people actually talk to him, that he's safe, and they actually have to strategize with him, they're probably like, he's all right. Let him Let Ryan be Ryan.
That's true.
But remember, he's the one who threw the challenge and was acting.
Right. Acting. This is some of the first. And then
God.
career out of it. I was like, bro.
Hollywood is not calling Ryan stick to your 9 to 5.
Telling you.
Okay. Up next. Okay, let's get back to Gabler and Janine. Let's get to the confrontation. I don't have the picture of it. I thought I did. But Janine storms up to Gabler's like, I did not go through your bag. I didn't do it. And he's like, well, if you didn't do it, who did?
Oh, wait. Ellie.
Oh, L-E. L to the E.
He went up to
L to the E was like, I didn't go through your bag. And he was like, well, who did it? Janine. And she was like, I'm not the type of person to say. I'm like, girl, he knows it's you or Janine. So throw the girl under the bus. And it doesn't matter if you throw her under the bus or not. She's safe. So... And then he was like, look, you don't want to work with me. You didn't tell me about Janine's idol. So what's up with that? And she was like, how you know about that? Sammy and Owen told me. And so then Ellie wants to lie. And I'm like, he just said Sammy and Owen told him. You have to know that that's true because you and Janine didn't tell him. He isn't some kind of, what do they call those people? Psychics. That have some kind of sixth sense that can, like, no, L.E., like, you try so hard to make Gabler seem dumb that it makes you seem dumb.
Yeah.
She did the whole time.
I agree. She's like Ryan thinking she's acting and she's thinking she's a genius and stuff. And it's like, bro, you're not being smart, though. You're not fooling anybody. At
all. And so now... now Janine has to confront Gabler, and Ryan is sitting there. Gabler, I forget how the conversation talks, and he was like, but you didn't tell me you had an idol. And Janine is like, can we not talk about this right now? And Ryan's like, oh, don't worry, I won't tell nobody. And I'm like, Ryan, you need to go hide in the trees and listen to what they're saying and tell everybody. Tell everybody they're spilling tea in front of the tribe. Listen, knowledge is power.
Right.
Ryan is safe, you guys. I'm telling you. Ryan is safe.
Gabler is about that life, though. The fact, like, he chose violence. He went up to that girl. So you have an idol right in front
of Ryan.
So much.
He's like, tell me about the idol. You ain't tell me about it. What's up? And then as soon as Janine left, because, you know, everyone is like, Baka strong. We got to stay Baka strong. Gabler is like, I don't care what y'all talking about. I'm writing down L.E. I don't care who else y'all write down. I'm writing down L.E.
By himself.
I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it.
Me neither.
But also, I don't know if you paid attention to them when they were having their little, oh, we got to stick together Baka thing. But Sammy was so funny to me. We went back and watched, and he did have a nod and a yes that he said. But other than that, it was quite clear to me, at least,
crickets,
that man was not here for anything that they were saying. So I just think it's so funny that, because I've seen it in other episodes as well, that they thought that Sammy was so with them.
Mm-mm. And he doesn't really act with it. He just be like, yeah. But Sammy gets really excited when he's about something, though, and he's like, I'm telling you, like, and it's like, bro, y'all haven't picked up on that. If he's not giving you that kind of energy, he's probably not agreeing with you.
But it took Sammy too long to come around for me. Like, at first he was on the Gabler, let's vote out James, you know, Baka strong thing. And then he finally was like, okay, Ellie, she too crazy. She out here storming around, causing drama. Maybe we have to, like, to me, if my homeboy says, I'm writing down Ellie, period. Okay, we writing down L.E. period. That's it.
But Angie, I feel like it made sense because you want to keep your numbers. You really do, especially when the three tribes come together like that. You want to be able to stay strong.
And they trusted him. So
what they showed on the show was the moment she came and confronted him. That's where he was like, oh no, like, I can't work with her. Like, and which is true. Like, she knows at this point that she can't trust him. Like, it's cats out of the bag. Gabler spilled it. So
L.E. confronted Sammy too?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's when Sammy said no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And that's where she went wrong. She should have
Mhm.
never confronted him.
Mhm.
How about this question here? Do you think Sammy and Owen will want to keep working with Gabler since he tells everything? Or do you think Sammy and Owen will just work with Gabler now, period? Or was this a one vote thing?
You know, I'm gonna say he's definitely annoying them because he is blowing them up, and he doesn't know what to say and when to be quiet. So, but I do think that they will keep working with him simply because it's too scary to try to work with people who've already been working with other people, and it's like we know he's gonna work with us. He trusts us, so I feel
Honestly, I
like
don't know what Owen is doing. Owen
it's true.
Owen is kind of on the same page as Ryan to me.
Owen's scary a little bit to me because I feel like he's sketchy. He doesn't have any loyalty to anybody, in my opinion. So he really can go anywhere. Sammy, I feel like he's put a lot of stock into Gabler. He's put a lot of trust in him. He's told him a lot of information. So I feel like he's gonna continue to work with Gabler. He might not give him as much information like he was giving him before, but he's definitely gonna keep him around as a number. I don't think he would get rid of him.
I think they would have to form some stronger bonds before they get rid of Gabler or consider getting rid of him. Like they have to.
He's too
it's
much
too
of a
early
number
right
for
now.
them. Yeah, they already lost a number with Ellie, so they're not gonna want to lose Gabler as well. Personally, I think. What do you think, Eugene?
Yeah, what do you think?
I see some mixing, like some color mixing, like some greens, some oranges,
Yeah, that would be great.
yeah.
Owen's gonna portray. I really feel like Owen is going to betray his tribe. If Sammy ends up leaving, it will probably be because of someone like Owen.
I think Janine is getting ready to be a free agent.
Oh, sure. I don't know who's gonna want to work with her, but
Maybe Carla.
maybe Carla and Cassidy.
Yeah, the girls need to
James, yeah,
get some steam. Coco is probably stronger than ever though, since Ryan went and told them that information. I feel like they're probably going to be sticking together.
That was the one thing Ryan did correctly when he said, "The vote is you two." What are you talking about, Cody? You two are the split. That was the best thing Ryan did because it really moved James to say, "Okay, it's LE."
And it got him some trust with his tribe, which he needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think also the Red Tribe is the one to look at because I feel like they're really solid.
I don't think the Red Tribe is going to waver.
Yeah, no, they're not.
The one that will waver there is Noelle. Noelle will be the one that jumps ships on Red.
I don't know though, because I feel like she's really loyal to Dwight and she likes Cody. So I mean, she might throw Jesse under the bus if anybody.
I think Dwight would be the one out of the four of them that would jump ship.
Yeah, he's very diplomatic, political, so he
I don't always know where his head is at.
We need to see more of Dwight because we don't know what his strategy is, but I thought this was a great first merge episode. It was so much drama. Ellie, goodbye again. Bye, Ellie. The thing
that she wasn't gonna leave. Were you stressed? Like,
this was me the whole time they were voting. I did not know because I did not know if Gabler had enough votes to pull it off. I didn't know if people would be like Ellie over James, like James is stronger than her because he did run up that ramp by himself. Like I didn't know where it was going to go. And then I did not know if Janine was going to play that idol. I'm so happy she didn't.
Yeah.
Heard on the Twitter streets that Ellie told her not to play it because she thought she had the votes. So that's why Janine didn't play it. I honestly feel like I ain't playing my idol for you, girl. No, you.
No way.
Mm-mm.
No way. So I'm glad she told her not to so she don't feel bad about it. But like, no way would I play my idol. So
did you peep Sammy though at the tribal where he was like, well, I feel like if you say you're gonna trust your alliance, like you should trust your alliance, man. I was like, I can't.
He was telling her, like, don't play that idol. If you say you're not gonna do something, don't do it.
That should have been the very reason why she should have been like, oh my gosh, I need to play this. Like it was crazy.
Hilarious.
There's too many people. Like, you're not playing your idol with 12 people left in the game. Now, if it was down to her and Ellie, and it was maybe down to the final 7, the final 6, and you really need that number, then okay, play your idol for somebody else. But
Her.
13. Mm-mm.
But I was stressed out too, Angie, just because I watched Survivor more than her, and you know how Survivor is. Nothing is ever for sure. And, I feel like they were showing Ellie's name being said kind of like halfway through the show. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is too early. Like, is something else going to happen? Like, is it going to change? Like, I was stressed. So thank God it didn't.
I had all the fingers crossed, and I was like, just listening to Jeff, like, okay, okay. I was stressed, like it was $1 million for me on the line. But
right.
anything else about Survivor before we jump into the challenge?
Nothing, but it was just an amazing episode.
I want to say I do hope that somehow that information about Janine's idol that got slipped by Gabler makes its way back to Noelle, so she can ask her that question. Do you have any idols? And then Noelle can get it, because I'd much rather Noelle have it than Janine, because I'm not really going for Janine.
Did
she doesn't have the Ask Me idol.
Who has to ask me? Oh, it's gone.
Gone.
Had it.
Carla got that up out of here. She said, ain't no Ask Me idols.
That was epic. That was like, bro, if you just wouldn't have ran your mouth and told her, you would have been good, because that's what got you sent home. And we can't even be mad at her.
Right.
That was cute. Yeah.
I love that. Carla said, not this season. I'm taking my idol. Okay, before we jump into the challenge, I want to play a little game. We have not played games in a really long time, and I found this one on Twitter, so let's have a little bit of fun.
Okay.
Up first, this is just a little question off of Twitter. You can only watch 3. Now, have you all watched enough challenges to pick 3?
Too many. We've probably seen all of these. Yeah, seen all of them.
You can only watch 3 for the rest of your life. Which 3 of these 9 are you picking? Chat, put your 3 in the chat as well. I think that's Final Reckoning, Rivals. I don't know if that's a 1 or 2. Invasions, War of the Worlds 1, War of the Worlds 2, Battle of the Exes, Free Agents. I guess that's one of them's Rivals 1, one of them's Rivals 2, and then Vendettas.
I love that they put Invasions up there, because I love Invasions, and people don't talk about that season enough. They act like it's not as good as it is. So I love that that made the list.
I liked Invasions, but it would not be one of my 3, because I don't like that the champs got to come in
midway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Speaking of champs, I'm just kidding.
We gonna get into that.
Yes, right. The only reason I really like Invasions, though, is because even though the champs did come in, which was unfair, like so many of the new people were doing so well. Like Nelson, that was his best season. He got 2nd place, and would have gotten 1st if they didn't make him swim twice. And Corey made it really far. Like, I just enjoyed seeing.
They both made it to the final that season.
They did.
Yeah, and Nelson really should have won that season, in our opinion. Yeah, I would definitely put Invasions probably on there.
Well, I don't know if I would pick that, though, because all of these are really good.
These are really good. I've looked at this earlier, so I'll go first. I love Free Agents. That's probably one of my favorite seasons is Free Agents. And I would love for them to do another freaking individual Free Agents type of game. I'm tired of the partners. Up next, I really liked anything with Davon. So I'm going to pick War of the Worlds 1 and 2. So those are going to be my 3.
Wow. Okay.
I like that.
See, I'm going to have one of yours for sure. I know I'm going to have War of the Worlds 1, because I was just talking about this earlier with somebody on Instagram, that War of the Worlds 1 was one of the last greatest seasons, in my opinion, because not only was it casted great, they had these people that did not get along with each other. It also was very fair. Like, every veteran had to be casted with a rookie. So it was even. And not only was it even, they got to pick their rookie based off of a competition. And I just remember, like, that was just so fair to me. And
that's
it was epic to me. Yeah, that's the season that
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's definitely one of mine. Final Reckoning, I feel like that one's really good. I'm trying to
Final Reckoning was good. That's when they flipped the things. Or was that Free Agents? No, Final Reckoning is the X's. The double cross, I believe.
The double cross. I know. For me, it's seasons with Nelson or Paulie or Davon or Cam that I really favor because I think Paulie brought on the drama and he's also a competitor. So I love seeing him.
The reason why we really enjoyed Paulie on the challenge is because he was an opposing force against the people that always win. And it's like we're personally tired of seeing like the same thing happen over and over again. So was Paulie on War of the Worlds too?
Yeah, he was, but that would have made it for me too. But the only reason
was that the Cars cult season?
Yeah, the only reason
I'll
it didn't
put it in
because
there.
I didn't really like the way it was edited, the way they made Paulie and Cara seem like
the final. I did not like that Paulie and Cara were called a cult, but Jenna, Nani, and Kayla are a holy trinity. I always call them the unholy girls. I would never call them an holy trinity. Don't make those three, and I'm talking nice because I have guests, but they know how I feel in the chat. Those three girls, nothing holy about them. We are not going to make Cara and Paulie satanic, and these two are the Virgil by the least.
Oh my gosh. You know what was crazy too? It was like they were calling them a cult and stuff, but they literally were the nicest team players that their entire team to make it to the end, didn't turn on their team or any of that. So it was just the edit was crazy that season. I hated the edit.
And then the team was actually really diverse. Like we had Cameron Lee were on there. We had Ninja, Natalie.
They were working with D.
D. I hated the final because it felt like, okay, Paulie, Cara, y'all think y'all run the game? We're gonna make you lose the final because it was so unfair.
So we're gonna punish you
crazy for unfair
all of the challenges that you've been winning, and now that you have all the people, you're gonna get punished for it. Where does that ever happen? How is that fair?
Yeah.
Oh, Final Reckoning is when Ashley took the million. I remember that.
I thought that was when that was, and that was a very sad ending. But I remember that was the season Cam was partnered with Kayla, and that's kind of when Cam really became killer. And I just love seeing Cam just thrive. She made it to that final as well, I believe.
I think her first season.
Yes, she did. Her first season was Vendettas, I think. And she made, because that's the one where, remember, the final, Melissa took her out because it was some BS thing where they brought back their enemies. And it was like, Melissa is literally only Cam's enemy. Like, all these other people in the final, Melissa has no beef with. So, of course, like, she's going to penalize Cam. So it was kind of like unfair.
Oh, Koki checked me in the chat. They know my memory bad. So I changed my answer.
Okay.
Davon was on Final Reckoning and War of the Worlds.
Oh, you're right.
So the top row, that's my favorites then. The ones with Davon and the free agents. Okay. Thank you for correcting me, Koki. You know my memory bad, girl.
Yeah, and War of the Worlds too, like I'm saying, like it was good, but the edit was terrible and the final was too. So I could never pick that. It would be War of the Worlds, probably one of the rivals, because the rivals they're always good. And
were good, but I love Davon. I really like Dirty 30 as well. It's not up here, but I love that double cross. I thought that was a great way to have an elimination with that double cross. So
I'm not gonna pick on.
You have to pick. I'll tell you what the chat says, then you have to pick.
Okay.
Dabu wants Free Agents, X's 2, and Rivals 1. Okay, X's 2 was good.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the X's because that drama is always good.
Vendettas, Rivals 2, War of the World 1.
Yes, War of the World 1. Yes.
It's my favorite trilogy. I love Dirty 30, Final Reckoning, Vendettas. I probably said them out of order, but that was my favorite trilogy that they've ever done.
Yes, yes. That was a great trilogy. I have to agree.
Rivals, Free Agents, War of the Worlds 1.
Yes, War of the Worlds
1, Free Agents, Invasions.
Yeah.
Who loves War of the World? So I think that's the consensus. Okay, you have to pick.
All right, War of the Worlds 1.
Okay.
One of the rivals, I can't remember the difference between them, Angie. It's been so long since I've seen the rivals, but I know one of them, Wes and CT were the rivals, and then another one, CT and Adam were the rivals.
Wes and CT probably was 2.
You think so?
Because I thought him and Adam had that fight early on.
Yeah, I think you're right. They did have that fight early on.
My memory is very bad, but the chat always keeps me correct.
Right. You know what? I'm not going to be unfair, and I'm not going to vote on the ones that I don't even remember right now. So I'm just going to say off of the ones that I remember: War of the Worlds 1, Final Reckoning, and Invasions.
Okay.
And Angie, I really don't remember them like that. So, I mean, everyone take my answer with a grain of salt. I'm going to say World of Worlds 2 just because I didn't like the editing, but I was happy that my people made it to the end, even though they didn't win. World of Worlds 1, I guess, and I don't know. I don't know. Final Reckoning, I don't know.
Reckoning was good.
It was.
Okay.
Oh, Koki said I got one right. West and CT were rivals too. Okay, I got one right, Koki.
Yes.
Don't ever put me on a trivia. I'm losing. I'm losing the trivia.
Same. We got to go back and rewatch this stuff.
No.
Okay, since we're going to jump into the episode really quick, since we talked about all the different twists of the eliminations, what do you think about this year where you have to put 4 people in, one person you're putting automatically in the proving ground or whatever they call it this season,
right.
And then there's 3 daggers and you have to be the safe one, and the safe one votes amongst the other 2. I really love this twist. I think it's fair. I say you have to every week have 4 enemies because it's a 50-50 chance if you're going in. So I think it will cause a lot of drama because once you put somebody in that 4, you can't guarantee that they're safe.
Period. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's no deal to be made.
None. Because if you put me in the 4, next time I win, you're a part of the 4 and you're going through the same thing I went through.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Period.
I mean, there's one deal to be made.
Yeah. One.
Make me draw?
Not make them the one that has to go in for sure.
But that's still, it's still like you going down when I win.
Yeah, like, but at least they can pay you back that same thing where they won't make you the initial person that's going in for sure.
Yeah. Angie, me personally, I also loved the twist. I did love it, and I still love it, but certain things are making it not execute as well as it should, and we'll get to that hopefully. But
I think all the vets coming back make it not as.
There we go. But it's like I'll literally come up with these amazing ideas and then shoot yourselves in the foot so it doesn't play.
They only have so many rookies, so it's like, okay, we got to sit through really maybe one more week of this to where you're gonna have to put some vets in. I personally feel like Jay, Michelle, y'all the first vets on the list.
Michelle and her boo, like they need to watch out. Fessy at some point, like you're gonna have, like Johnny was already talking about.
Wait. Michelle is dating Fessy.
Are they dating?
I
don't know. I thought that's what you said.
Oh no, she's saying these people got to watch out because the vets are like Johnny was already mentioning Fessy this episode.
So I do feel like at some point, like they have to remember they don't have those loyalties to them like that. In my opinion, there is a pecking order, and they're somewhere in the middle. Middle's not as safe as you could be, so I don't know.
Because the middle was like the Nelsons, the Fessys, really the Amber Bees. You all are getting ready to go in as soon as maybe 2 more sets of rookies go. You're in there.
It was so foolish for Fessy to win. Like, he made me so angry. I'm like, bro, you didn't do yourself any favors. You should have just let the rookies win. But I guess, no, because he was in the same heat. No, never mind. I was going to say, but he didn't have no knowledge of knowing they would do so well, I guess. Well,
let me make my disclaimer. I make it every week. Well, every time they have a challenge like this. I don't trust challenges without a rolling clock or where I can see it, the guaranteed winner. I don't trust it. Now, I told you ladies about the Twitter spaces. You all didn't want to be ruined or spoiled. So I'll fill you in on the tea that won't spoil you. So week 1, that was my question to, I believe, Chauncey, because he was in the space at the time. I said, do you think that, that was week 2. Do you think Johnny and Nani, Bananas and Nani really won that? Or because it looked like Olivia and Horacio did good to me. And he was like, no, Olivia took a long time getting up that ladder. So Johnny and Nani clearly won that week. Now, this week on the space, Raven was in the space and she mentioned she felt like her and Johnny won that. Like she felt like they did it faster than Fessy. So I said, that looked like a pretty big field to me. Why didn't we have all the lanes and everybody go at once and we could clearly see who's the winner of this thing?
1000%.
MTV, you have the budget.
Yeah, they do. And at least like tell us like the difference between the times or whatever.
Yeah, they didn't even tell us like, oh, it was really close or anything. And that's always really questionable to us when they don't give that information.
But Angie, they haven't had that clock down there in forever. Like they
haven't. But really, I don't care about the clock because they can make the clock whatever they want. It's always a way for production to get whoever they want to win. This was a clear week where you could have had, I don't care how many teams were down there, 20 teams, you could have had 20 lanes. That field was huge. And if you can see how everyone is doing at the same time, maybe it might have made Johnny or Fessy work even harder because they know, oh, they're a few steps ahead of me. You can't tell how fast someone is ahead of you if they're in a totally different heat.
But I also feel like it would make sense for Johnny and Raven to have won because I feel like Horacio and Olivia, they're all younger. And I feel like they're going to have that stamina and stuff and be pushing. I feel like Horacio and Olivia would have been pushing Johnny and Raven more than Nelson would have been.
Someone was just spilling the tea about Michelle and Fessy. Now, Dabu, I agree with you. Raven did get eliminated, so she could have been on a little bit of hateration, but this is why we need at least have a clock for the people in the game. Like, it could be a clock by TJ so the people in the game could know, okay, Johnny and Raven did this in 8 minutes. We got to be faster than 8 minutes. And then, because the people in the game aren't going to cheat for anybody. So it's not that hard. Y'all can get one of them big clocks for at least maybe $1.99 on Amazon, MTV, and everybody. It just keeps it fair.
Yeah. And they don't make it more exciting for the competitors. Like it's like, yeah, we don't get to be like, oh, did they win or did they not? Because they're gonna know. But it's like we know it's fair, so that makes it more exciting to me because I know you're not gonna be able to rig it.
Now, I know you all don't want to be spoiled, but I'm telling you, it's a really great space. People in the chat listening back, please follow Kamisha Reviews, on Twitter. The space is every Wednesday night right after the challenge. She co-hosts, it's Kamisha Space. Cinco from Challenge USA is her co-host.
Oh,
all of the challengers are there. Let me tell you, Devin popped in for a minute, and that was huge because he's a huge vet.
Devin, the one from right?
Devin, Tori's partner.
Yeah.
Okay. It could have been the girl.
Well,
Devin.
I feel like she would have said Devin Simone.
Okay.
Oh no, not Devin Simone. Devin, Tori's partner. He didn't stay that long because this episode really didn't have anything to do with him. He popped in, answered a few questions. Fessy was there. Fessy popped in and out. They claim he was playing a video game. I don't know. I got to ask him a question, but I really wanted to ask him about why not take the West approach? And I see about 3 or 4 good rookie teams. Why not work with the rookies and get Bananas out, get Jordan out, get Tori and Devin out? You know, maybe keep Casey, keep Nelson if you want, but you know, you've been in plenty of finals and you haven't beat Bananas yet. So that should have been your hit list because
Bananas is with Nani.
He should have done that though. You're so right. Like, because the thing is, Devin and everybody, they're playing nice with him, but I don't think they would have been all bent out of shape if he would have pulled the trigger on that. I think they would have been like, okay, good for you. You got rid of somebody for me, like that I was afraid to go after.
Laura was there. You need to get Laurel out. Like, it's a lot of heavy hitters there, Fessy, that, you know, we done seen the hall brawl. They ain't gonna put it back up there for you when it's your turn. Like,
those heavy hitters are not doing anything right now.
But you know they're dangerous. You know that they can.
They are because they have experienced challenges and finales, challenge finals, and they know how gruesome they are and stuff. I honestly feel like it was too early for him to ruffle anyone's feathers, but I do feel like there's some things that he could have done to keep the rookies so that he could still work with them. Like he could have thrown in Big Brother team. I'm just saying.
But he is Big Brother.
Yeah, but the thing is, Angie, they're not doing anything for anybody.
They're leaving any day now.
Because it's good to have numbers in the game, but your numbers need to kind of be winning to keep you safe. And Tommy and Annalise are not winning anything.
Yeah, Tommy and
we could have at least saved Olivia and
Horacio
and Johnny and Raven. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if he put in Tommy and Annalise. He could have put in Amber B and her boyfriend, because Amber B does not like you, does not trust you. If she wins, she's putting you in. He could have put in Michelle and Jay, because I love Jay, but don't come on with Michelle. I think that was a bad partner pick. He wasn't going to, I mean, but he did put in his boo, Colleen and Kim.
You're right.
Yeah, but that was the tea, Angie, because Michelle is more so his boo than that girl.
Oh, that's the tea.
Which, by the way, he said that girl was the prettiest girl he ever seen in his life. I'm just saying.
She was so bad.
I'm gonna leave it there.
No, let me tell you, we gonna skip ahead. Let me tell you. Now, Dabu, you was shady, and I agree. Anissa will get Jordan out, don't worry.
What? How's she gonna get a partner out?
He's just saying Anissa is so bad.
She gonna get him out. That's what I'm saying. And same for Nani and Johnny. I mean, yeah, same for Nani and Johnny.
Yeah, I ain't seeing it for Nani too much. But let's skip ahead to the BS of the episode. Fessy said Horacio gets his leftovers.
He did.
Whoever he don't want, Horacio can have. And I just needed a side by side. Now, Fessy, you're a good 7.5 on a good day. I'll give you that. Maybe an 8 if you put on a nice suit.
Personality.
Horacio is a 10.
Okay.
All day, every day.
All around.
A 10.
Personality.
He has a better personality than you.
Face. I mean, I love Fessy's face too, but Fessy's personality.
I don't even like his face no more. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right, but this is a 10 right here.
Yeah.
A 10, Angie.
I'm so glad you're on the show.
On your best day, you might be a 9. On your best day,
8.
But no, Fessy, no one. I was mad that he said that, because I'm like, he needs to go back to the mirror.
That's jealousy.
That's very much jealousy. Maybe he wants Laurel. I don't know.
Yeah. Laurel is one of his little bedmates, so he was like, "Oh, you know."
It's so funny too, Angie, because
was his bedmaid.
Bedmate.
Is she? Did I just make something up?
That is a word.
No, she was in there. She was in his bed.
In Fessy's bed. But yeah, because they were talking about how Fessy was being messy again, and how he has like Laurel. He was cuddled up with Laurel, then he was cuddled up with Michelle, and he's been talking to Kim, and there's another girl too. It's like 4 of them, I think, but I can't think of who the other one might be. So,
news in the chat. I am so happy to hear this. Thank you, Les.
And she did see.
Davon and Devin are back on the Challenge podcast. Tori is about to go. I believe they're already quarantining. Thank you. Now, my girl Sheena said y'all got me, and that the podcast is free, and I didn't have to pay for iHeartRadio. So I'm still not paying. I'm going to go listen to it for free. But I will be back to listening now that Devin and Davon are back, because I'm not listening to Tori and Anissa. Thank you for letting me know that. I love Devin and Davon on that podcast. Yeah. Give it to them permanent. Give it to them. Let it be their show. They're much better speakers. They're more engaging with the cast. They aren't biased. They can say what they want to say because they aren't trying to come back on another season.
Oh, very.
Let me be the host.
You're right about that.
Thank you for telling me, because I'm going to listen to it now.
I will too, because I used to, last season I was listening to it all the time, and then I didn't really listen to it for CBS. I listened to like one episode with Devin and Davon, but I enjoyed it. But I just I don't know why I didn't listen to anymore, but I'll listen back too. I'll start listening.
They're really good. I love how they kind of recap the show amongst themselves first. Then they bring on whoever is the guest that week, and then they play games with them, and really get them to spill some tea, and you feel so comfortable talking to those two that they really spill the tea. Like, they were amazing on the Challenge USA. But
I watched their Tiffany episode because I was just so heated, and I got a lot of tea from that. That was a good episode. So
that episode, and what is the Survivor lady? Is it Desi?
Oh yeah, that was
Desi's episode was hot.
Cachet.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Betrayal.
Too mad.
Yes. Okay, so we done skipped all over the episode. We already saw Fessy win. We already know it's Colleen, Kim, Johnny, Raven, all of that. Okay. Now, you want to hear more tea from the space?
Sure. As long as it ain't no spoiler, I'm here for it.
Spoiler. Apparently, what was left off of the episode is, remember when Raven was kind of tripping over Johnny, which it still confuses me. Like, girl, that's not your man. I can't put my hands on it. I just want to shake her and be like, girl, that's not your man. Like, I don't know why you tripping. You might want him. He might have whispered all the sweet nothings he wanted to get you on the show. But when he got to the airport, he saw Norris, and that was it. And I wouldn't be embarrassing myself on TV. I would have been over in Horacio's face. Okay.
Okay. And we would have loved to have seen it. We would have loved to have seen it. I would have loved it. But yes. Yeah, Alicia kept saying that. She was like, she keep talking about not Fessy. Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Johnny. Give him a name. Johnny making a fool of her, and it's like, girl, you're making a fool out of yourself.
Right, because I'm like, please stop. Like, he does not want you, and it's embarrassing to have a man keep telling you, I don't want you, when it's clear. I don't. Now, if that would have been your man, and he was googly eyeing Norris, then okay, I'm on your side because that's your man. But that's not your man, girlfriend. That's single.
Did you watch him on Love Island? We didn't.
No, I didn't start Love Island until Cinco and Olivia's season.
Okay. Well, we watched him on what's that show called?
All-Star Shore.
All-Star Shore on Paramount
Plus.
Which,
if you haven't seen it, like, you need to watch it because it was just ridiculously good for no reason. Like, I don't know why it was so good.
Drama. Good, but
very
anyway,
good.
So we saw in there that Johnny, he is like he got a wandering eye. He loves the ladies. He's good with the ladies. We saw that from just one show. You actually know him, Raven. So I just feel like you should know that man, he is all about the ladies. I don't see that he's ready to settle down at all, because even on that one show, he got really, really close with this girl. Like, I would have thought they were going to date after the show, and he didn't even I don't know if they tried or anything, and he did the same thing with Love Island. So I don't know why she just, I don't know,
he forgot about Norris. Did you see on the confessional? He was like, and that's it. And they was like, what about Norris? Oh, I forgot about her. And they left it in.
He said he was playing, which I was like, he was playing.
He was not playing.
I don't think he was playing.
No,
because you don't play about that if it's somebody you actually care about and you have intentions on.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't think that he cared like that for her.
It was a challenge hookup. That was it.
Yeah. And he cannot go on the show, Angie, without having some kind of hookup.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing about him. So I don't know why Raven it was just terrible. It's like, move on, girl. He's, like you said, he is not your man. Like, you're the one that keeps talking about it.
Like we wouldn't even know about this if it wasn't for you. Like, the situation would be unknown.
Well, apparently there was a huge fight between Norris and Raven that was not shown because Bananas and Devin were the instigators. And they said they feel like they didn't want the vets to be seen as, instigating a fight amongst the rookies. So they scrapped the whole thing. In the space, the ladies are friendly now, but they got it was a little bit of tea being dropped in the space. They definitely got a little bit feisty.
So they showed that 100%, 1000%.
Raven did not appreciate Norris saying that she seemed a little bit obsessed over Johnny. Do you think is obsessed too strong of a word?
I mean, people gonna use their words. It's an adjective. It's a synonym to some other word. It works for me.
I mean, if you don't want to be called obsessed, then maybe you should stop talking about somebody in all of your confessions and about like how they did you wrong and all this. I heard Tony.
Yeah.
Yes, they heard the same thing. And someone is saying, what did they say? Johnny is the new Corey.
Oh snap! Yeah, yeah.
That is
Corey was
the
like that back in the
perfect
day.
description of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel like Corey also got away with it because he was just such a sweet talker that nobody.
So good looking.
Yeah, and
So,
I definitely
and
feel
Johnny
like
is
Johnny,
maybe even better. Better
yeah,
looking.
Johnny
than Corey.
is really good looking.
But
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
Corey's
lie,
good looking. But
I don't.
Johnny
think so.
might be better. Corey is good looking. Don't be doing him.
Nuri said online the other second he was eliminated.
Oh, okay. I see you, Johnny.
That's
Awkward.
terrible. Yeah, I heard Nuri's was like spilling all the tea. Like I jumped into her live for like 2 seconds and it was fire. I was like, all right. I wish I would have stayed longer, but I was afraid. I'm afraid of getting spoiled. But
And Nuri's is so gorgeous. Like it really makes me mad that she even gave someone like Johnny the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that wasn't right. Mm-hmm. And he would like, I don't know who he thinks he is. Like that's so unattractive to just treat women like that. Like.
There needs to be a movement now. Tell Johnny no, because I swear he's the kind of dude that has never been told no, and that's why his head is ginormous.
Him and Fessy.
Start telling them no. Stop. Yeah, so he was pretty steady with Sally, you say?
Yeah.
And I think that's why people were more hurt by the way that they ended because, they were probably good, and then he ended up breaking her heart. So it's like.
I didn't watch that season, and I am a Love Island fan now, but I don't want to go backwards. Like I'll watch it every summer.
Oh yeah,
move forward.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of them. My mom watches it. Our mom watches it, but we don't.
Really, I enjoy it. Love Island it's a cute little dating show for what it is. I don't be believing they really. I'm here for Zeta and Timmy. I'm here for Zeta and Timmy. I hope they make it. They're so cute on Twitter and Instagram, but we'll see.
Is that a couple from a past season or
they won this season, past summer?
Nice.
Well, they need to start having dating shows with like early 30s or even like just all people in their 30s because people in their 30s are ready to get married. They keep getting these 21-year-olds, 22. They're not trying to get married.
And that might be why they're so good because Zeta is 30 and Timmy might be like 28, 29. So they're the same age and
there's a chance.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's focus. Where were we at when we talk? They know when I get to talk about the challenge, I skip all over the place because the conversation just flows. Okay. We've already talked about the 4 people Fessy put in. I really don't care. Let's get Jordan and Tori out the way, and I'll let you all talk about it because
wait,
I hit fast forward. I will tell you the truth. I missed a lot, and I'm happy I could see the words because I missed a lot. And she was talking about all I wanted to let you know was that I've done so much healing, and I did this. If they see, I listened for 2 seconds. If you aren't going to tell me why you broke up, I don't need to see the dramatic scene. Like, I still don't know what happened. All I know, I don't like to make fun of people who say they have a mental health issue. That's nothing to make fun of. So I'm not going to shade you, Tori. I have shaded you in the past. I'm happy you've healed and that you have help. But something about this season seems odd to me.
It's so weird. It's so odd. The scene was nice. I was like, man, this is real life. Like she was just, drunk and just like, I'm sorry, I really messed up and I treated you wrong. And I was like, that's real. So I enjoyed it. I appreciated it. But I agree with you. The whole interaction this season is super weird because to my knowledge, she broke up with him. So I'm just so confused why she keeps saying in her confessionals that he broke up with her and it was so hard for her.
We're just wondering, what's the truth?
Heart.
Because literally Devin said that she broke up with Jordan like last week. in his confessional, he was like, Tori broke up with Jordan. But then in that same episode, she was saying he broke up with her, and she said it this week as well. So we're just confused about.
It gives me. I'm telling my friends I left him, but he really left me. So my friends think I left him because, you know, Tori, word on the Twitter curb is that you and your vacation alliance clique got to fooling around with Fessy on a vacation while you were still engaged to Jordan. Now you came back and said you and Jordan had broke up before a little vacation. We don't know y'all business, but we do know when we met you, you were with someone else while you started messing with Jordan. So your track record, you know, I'm just talking about the track record. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's true, but I felt like save the tears. If you're not going to be real with me, I'm hitting fast forward. So.
Also, did you think it was weird last week when she was talking about all of the healing that she's done and
Yes.
but she didn't, like, she took it from when her and Jordan were together and then fast forward all the way to, what was it? Now, or I don't know what we noticed or what I noticed, and I told her, I said, she didn't mention what's that guy's name she was with?
Kels, Emmanuel.
Manuel.
There's a couple of them since
Emmanuel, like none of that was mentioned from last season. And so I just thought that was really strange. I was like, did that, like, was she healing then? Or like,
it's like when did it happen? Because the timeline is just weird.
Yeah, the timeline was really strange.
It's like, did it happen after season 37 or was it happening during season 37? Because you seemed like you were fine during
season 37 wasn't mentioned at all in the journey. It was just they skipped over it. So that's why I was like, I don't know. But
it was a beautiful moment though. I forget who said that. I liked it was a beautiful moment that seemed sincere, but yeah, something about this story, like you say, Angie, it's just not lining up, and it's just like, just say it. Just say what it was. We don't really know what happened.
So she said it was a beautiful moment. I just want to, did anybody peep Tori in her white turtleneck that was giving me Britney Spears sometimes from the night? No.
I hit fast forward.
Anybody in the chat, did she give you Britney Spears sometimes from the 90s?
Probably. I agree with Koki right here. That's why I don't like to make fun of people. The pandemic was hard. She probably was depressed. A lot of people were depressed during the pandemic. A lot of people were struggling, and I'm happy she got help for it. But look, call me shady, whatever you want to call me. The storyline gives me somebody tipped you off that Jordan is coming. So get prepared, what you got to say, what you got to do. Get your lines together, Tori, because Jordan is coming. You're going to be on a challenge together. It seemed very...
You know what?
I never thought that. I don't think so. Well, you can say why you might think that. And then
I never thought that, but Nerese did say, she did say in her live that all the vets knew that vets were coming in and they knew who was coming in, because she was mentioning how they were trash talking Polly and Cara a lot, and saying they were glad they weren't coming or blah blah blah, and they're so this and they're so that, but Nerese is friends with them, and which I love. But yeah, so she was saying, she said that they knew.
I ain't heard about this. I did not see this in the super trailer.
I don't think so.
Oh,
but we don't know what that means, though. We don't know if they're going to be hooking up.
I'm assuming they're going to hook up. I don't know. That's kind of strange, Nerese. You just got finished saying goodbye to Johnny, but it is the challenge. It is the challenge.
I'm happy for her.
We do not make women feel bad for doing the same things men do. So, Nerese, if you're curious, try it out, girl. I ain't mad.
She ain't got no loyalty to that man. But I don't know. For me personally, seeing Tori the way she behaved, I was like, she really seems like she's just all over the place, and that seemed like legit. Like I felt like she was like
that could be legit, and her still know
affected by him being there. Yeah, and she was just completely thrown off. And the club scene was really awkward for me, honestly, because I was just like, she is her guts out, and she's just all over the place, and I couldn't read Jordan. Like I was like, is he happy about this? Like, are they going to, I don't know, rekindle or be at, I don't know. It was
The
weird.
end of it kind of seemed like a rekindling type of thing. Like, it didn't seem like, this is why I'm speculating, because I don't know. And it's not my business, but I'm here to speculate. It kind of gave a maybe she didn't cheat and maybe it was something else, because Jordan didn't look that mad. Like, he didn't look like he hated Tori.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
maybe
but
they broke up during the pandemic, and then she went over and hooked up with Fessy and Fessel, because I'm gonna call him what he wants to be called by, Fessel, and he's like, what the heck, bro? Like, we just broke up. You're sad and depressed. Like, I loved you. You were my fiance, and you're just going off and hooking up with people now. Like, that's what we're doing. You're not even taking a beat to.
But sometimes that's what depressed people do. Like, people
Yeah.
work their way through things in different ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand it, honestly. Like,
but Jordan, I don't know if you saw this. When that scene ended, they showed his confessional, and he was like, you know, I still have love for, I don't remember what he was saying. I still have love for her, and I want her to do well in her life. A season or something like that. And I was like,
he wants her to do well. He wants her to win, but he also wants Anissa to win. And then Bananas wants Nani to win. Hell, I want to win. Somebody else to win.
Right. He said he don't want her to win.
Yeah, he said he don't want.
He
Tori
does not
to
want her to win the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
so he's supposed to want Anissa to win. Okay, off subject real quick. Anissa and Tori are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if your best friend showed up on the show with your ex that you just went through all this healing from?
You know, I never even thought about it till you asked that question, but now I'm like, whoop.
I feel like from a game standpoint, she should be happy because that's a team that she knows is going to have her back. We don't know what Jordan would have done if he was by himself, but she knows that he's partnered with her best friend, so her best friend ain't letting her get thrown in, period.
But it's just awkward, you know. I
guess that's why they had to have that conversation. They knew production needed that conversation on film. It was awkward. It was kind of boring to me, so I hit fast forward, but they got it out the way. Now, a little bit of tea real quick before we move on to elimination. You know, they're already off filming that the challenge versus the global thing. Mm-hmm. So Tori is there, Jordan is there, and Naya is there. Do you see any drama amongst that combination?
I don't, just because Naya seems to really like support them. So I
Jordan was hooking up.
I know, I heard that too, which is why it's confusing.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say, Angie?
She said she heard Naya and Jordan were hooking up.
Okay, but I also heard, which we didn't want to get any spoilers from this season, but I did see something somewhere. It's talking about Tori and Jordan possibly rekindling. So I don't know if that's something that happens on this season. I don't know if I don't know. But if that happens this season, I did happen to see Naya respond to that, and she said that's good for them or something like that. So if she truly meant that, then okay. I was on Tori's podcast and they were friendly. I don't expect drama.
Yeah. Naya's just like, she's not about that no more. She's not trying to like be about yes and stuff. So I really don't see her entertaining anything like that.
Yeah, but then at the same time, if Jordan and Tori are not together and she does still have feelings for Jordan, would that be complicated? I don't think she's gonna be complicated.
I don't know if they have relationship level feelings. Because I was really confused, and I know I'm taking 10 steps back on All Stars 3 with Jordan and Naya, because I wasn't not involved, but I wasn't aware of the healing that they had before they came on All Stars together. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm still back on when she got kicked off the show and they had that huge fight and he got a little penis, all of that. So I was like, it's something about Naya that needs Jordan, and Jordan is really helping Naya heal through whatever it is she was going through, because Naya needed Jordan on All Stars 3. Like, she relied on him. And I really liked the friendship after I saw it throughout the season. But at the beginning, I was really confused. Like, they're hooking up. What is going on here? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Naya is at a point where she's fully healed because, you know, Jordan went home and she got the strength to finish that final by herself. And that was a beautiful thing to see. So maybe it was just a point in her life where she needed a friend, and whatever happened in that needed a friend time, like a hookup or whatever, if it happened, it happened. But maybe it's just truly a friendship now. And
But you know what, Angie, that still brings up a good point because he still was her person, friendship or not. He was like her person that she could go to, and she knew he had her back.
yes,
In that house with Tori, is he still her person?
pick who's number one, who's number two.
Yeah,
and I still remember that Instagram post on someone's story where he was putting her shoe on for her at somebody's party, and Nehemiah was joking, saying he was proposing to her because he was down on one knee. And it's like stuff like that. Like, I feel like they're flirty still, and like they still have that type of like relationship. So I don't know. Like,
it's
and
hard
if
to
she
take
said,
a back seat to someone. Just like think about the dynamics with Nani and Cam and Leroy. Like that's kind of like a similar situation where Nani and Leroy are friends. But then Cam came in the picture, and like Leroy was like, "Well, do you want?"
Man, you picking your man over your friend.
yeah, and that's not even the same because this friend actually might have feelings. And I feel like if you say she had said that under the post, like that's good for them, that doesn't necessarily sound super supportive to me. Like I feel like I would be like, oh, I'm so happy they belong together or something like that.
Well,
like
she said something like that, I think.
Oh, well, if you're saying that, then you're in support. But if you're just saying like, good for them, then that sounds like
there's still potential for there to be some kind of discourse there because Naya, I hope she doesn't feel alone. Like she needs,
especially if a vote ever comes between Naya and Tori and Jordan has to cast a vote. That's drama. It's some messiness going on in the chat. I don't know if you all want to know.
well,
It's in the super trailer.
I haven't really seen it.
Spoilers?
Yes,
I mean, like, is it like spoilers?
Yeah, because it's gonna be in the trailer.
Is it spoilers as to who's going home or anything?
No. About relationships.
Relationships.
I don't want to know.
I won't say. We'll move on past it. I know the mess, and I'll just keep it at that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. I like to be surprised.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, guys. Yes, me. Oh man,
like this is a great. We've been missing a good challenge season for a long time, and I'm here for the messiness of it. Like I like good challenges, good eliminations, and good mess. Good.
I hope they'll show us the mess though. Show us the mess this episode.
I hope so too. I don't know if they will because they left out the drama of the argument. But let's jump over to Tommy. I saw a comment about it. Forgive me, you all. You all have so many good comments. I can't find the Tommy one, but
I wish we could see them too.
We'll have to go back and look at.
I'll have to show you all because it should be somewhere where you can see. Because it should be one thing that'll say private chat, and then another one to say just chat. And if you hit on chat, you'll see what the people in the comments are saying. Maybe private chat is just if me and you all were having a conversation.
Okay.
Wait, no, that right?
No,
or this. Okay, well,
yeah.
They put them up there for us, but they like completely take over, and we can't see you anymore. So
yeah, whenever I think you highlight them whenever you're gonna talk about them, so we'll see it then. Like we see one right.
So this is about Annalise and Tommy. They were dumb as hell for throwing Olivia and Horacio in, doing the vet's dirty work. So let's get to that part of the show. We see they have a conversation with Colleen and Kim. If we pull the safe, we won't pick you. They have the same conversation with Olivia and Horacio. If we pull the safe, we won't pick you. Now, in the space, I'm telling you, last night it was no spoilers, but everybody was in the space. Tommy and Annalise jumped into space because people were talking shit about them. So they said, wait a minute, what y'all saying?
I'm glad they know people weren't happy with them.
They came in and let us know that, and mind you, they told their side of it. I still think they made the wrong decision, but this is their side. They said they did not approach Olivia and Horacio. Olivia and Horacio approached them to make a deal with them. We all know tricky editing, but they said the other team approached them for the deal because I guess they're all roommates. I don't know. But mind you, you all still made a deal with two people, and you knew if you pulled that safe, you would have to break it with one. So I didn't really too much care about that part. Olivia was in the space. She didn't chime in and say they were lying, so I'm assuming that to be true. So when it comes down to it, Annalise and Tommy said they were going to save Olivia and Horacio, but it was either Bananas or another vet, Fessy. One of them approached them and said, look, you got to save Colleen and Kim if you pull the safe. It was some more tea spilled in that space that got me looking at production. Because they asked, and this isn't a spoiler, they asked who determines who gets to pull the dagger first, second, or third. They pretty much was like, it's a free-for-all. Whoever runs up there first, pulls first, whoever goes second. I don't know how much I believe that, because I feel like we would see fighting in the pit if it was a whoever pulled first, second, or third. But it made me think, did production tell Tommy and them which one said safe on it? Because when they walked up there, it was like, oh, we got decisions. It gave for the drama of the show. Now, they saved Colleen and Kim. They said Fessy told them to do it. Who cares what Fessy says? Fessy is not about to work with you all. Like, they think they have some kind of deal with Fessy. He's not him. He's not about to work. Like, they think they have some kind of, they're in the Big Brother alliance now. Like, no. And even if you are, you're at the very bottom of it. And you two aren't winning any challenges. So that is what it is. Question to you all in the chat. Which side would you have flipped on? I personally would have flipped on Olivia and Colleen. We don't know you. You all are from
Olivia and Colleen.
What's her name? Kim and Colleen. I'm bad at names.
Hey, you good. I was like, that pairing.
That's both of them.
Kim and Colleen. And it's wrong to say, but them like two girl names, that really confuses me too. But them. You all are from Germany. We really don't know you. You don't have ties to Big Brother or any other CBS show. And you two aren't winning anything. Why would you put in a couple that has the ability to, you're going to put the two strongest people who can win a daily in, you're going to double cross them. So they can come back and double cross you. For Fessy, and you're at the bottom of the Big Brother Alliance. I didn't think it was smart. Now that you heard the behind the scenes, what do you think about it?
You know what also wouldn't be smart is Olivia and Horacio to retaliate. Because
you think so?
No, because they cannot, when they get power, they need to use it to get the vets out. They don't need to go after that Big Brother team. So if
they're not winning anything.
No. And if they do end up doing it, I'm going to be furious because I'm going to be like, this is exactly what the vets wanted. They distracted you by that team backstabbing you.
I don't think they would be dumb enough to do that. They're a smart team.
They wouldn't. But do we think that they made the right decision to backstab? Absolutely not. Because to me, you could have played the middle because there's a chance that Raven and Johnny would have sent home Kim and Colleen. And then you have two of the strongest vet teams still there looking out for you because you did them a solid. And
you actually stand a chance because you're keeping two strong vet teams around. It's like you forced the two strongest rookie teams that you have, you forced them to go against each other. Did you forget you were a rookie? Because this is doing nothing for your game. I feel like they were thinking that Kim and Colleen might have their backs more as far as if they pick a safe, they'll keep them safe.
They're all going in. So pretty much, if any, it doesn't matter. If one of those three don't win next week, those three are still going back in. Olivia, maybe if Laura wins, maybe Laura won't throw them in.
She's throwing them in. Look, that was even kind of foreshadowed in the previews because Olivia was talking to Horacio like, I don't know why you thought, you were going to be protected because you're buddy with somebody or something or other. I definitely think they're going in regardless.
Exactly. I protect them too, because anybody that can win, like, they needed to be kept safe. I think they're thinking, like I said, that Kim and Colleen will, if they pick the safe dagger another time, they'll keep them safe. But it's like, so with the others, because they're trying to keep around as many rookies as they can. So,
And I kind of agree with you, Alicia. I think no matter what, kind of like Ryan, how I feel about Ryan over there on Survivor, I didn't even change the background.
Hey.
Yeah, we done talked about the whole show. Not Olivia. Why I keep saying Olivia? I like Olivia.
Yeah.
Annalise and Tommy are safe. Like, at what point do we really want those two out of the game? They're an easy number to throw into that dagger pit. I wouldn't, if it was me, I wouldn't even throw them down there anymore. Just let them live on TV.
But the vets are going to continue to throw them down there.
I don't think so. I think it's going to come to a point. Like maybe after they get like a Jay and Michelle out, Bananas is going to start going after Casey and Fessy. They're going to start throwing Casey and Fessy in there. And Nelson. And it's going to take the first time for Bananas or Laurel or, Veronica coming back. Veronica will do it. One of them OG vets, as soon as one of the OG vets pulls the trigger on a Fessy, Casey, Nelson, shots fired. They're going to start going at each other. And Tommy and Annalise they might as well run the final because we're winning.
Right. If they're still there, though, because, they're a pretty weak team. So I don't think they'll be voted in initially to go in because, no one's going to do that. But who's going to save them? Like, I don't know who would save them. It would probably have to be a vet.
I will say this. If they can get by the next couple of episodes without going in, then they're skating to the final.
Agreed.
I don't want to see it, though.
Yeah, I don't want to see
that either because I don't like them. And they could go.
No, bye.
I don't even know why they were on the show. Like, better people to cast from Big Brother.
Where was Michaela? Kels? Better people.
Michaela was busy. I do think Michaela was busy.
Michaela was busy. I heard Devon went home. She saw who her partner was and went home. I don't know how true that is, but that's what Twitter said.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of people, a lot of good people were on the list, and it just didn't work out.
So sad. Who was going to be her partner? Do you know?
I thought it was Josh, right?
It was supposed to be Josh, but they aren't ride or dies.
Michelle and Jay aren't ride or dies.
They said they used to date, and she would jump in front of a bus for him.
They're not working that well together.
The second they go in, they're leaving probably.
Due to Michelle, Jay is good at the game.
Yeah, she just she's kind of treating him like Ellie or L.E.
Yeah, she's like,
I forgot about the girlfriend thing. Bananas can't go after Casey because that's Nani's girlfriend. I forgot.
Because she'll never sign off on that. But you know what? Fessy could go after Bananas. Casey will be mad at him, but he's messed over his friend.
Do that over Casey? Because they're like this. Like, to me, Casey and Fessy are more ride or dies than
him and Josh.
100%. Him and Mariah.
Or him and Nelson. He's screwed people over before.
Oh, if Nelson needs to run, because he already broke your thumb the last time in Hall Brawl, Nelson. That's not your friend.
I know. You just hope people will change and they'll learn their lesson.
He has to redeem himself.
I pray he will, because I like Nelson. I want to see Nelson finally win one of these things.
It's going to get very interesting because when you have to put 4 people's name on the thing, it's only so many people like Nani and Bananas and Casey and them can save. Like, at some point, you got to put your name on the board.
But listen, watch them be like, okay, well, now that the numbers are dwindling, you only have to choose 2.
Right.
They better not. Ooh,
But that won't work because then one person automatic. Then both of you picking both people to be in because who's gonna draw a dagger?
Well, you know what I mean. Like 3 people, they'll say 3 instead of 4, so that they don't have to.
They are gonna flip it. I'm telling you. I don't know if this is to be true, but my gut, the way everyone is like, oh, Nani over everybody deserves a win. I'm gonna do anything. Nani and Bananas are winning this
I
season.
better not see it. I better not.
My gut is telling me. Everyone's like, "Oh, Nani deserves it. She's been here so long." I'm like, "What about Anissa?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She's been here longer."
And with no Bananas, I already feel like they handed that Total Madness win to him. That because that final was a joke. Like, I'm not trying to see Bananas win no more. They love handing that dude money. Like,
And CT.
Yep, they be handing it to them. It's like, it's not fair. The format of this season is not fair.
With Rogan.
Yeah.
You can't physically. Come on now.
With Johnny Bananas and Rogan during
the final
for Total Madness, where he couldn't put hands on him.
In Georgia.
Oh, yeah, they just have to jump and hit a light. Oh yeah, Georgia and Theo were supposed to be on. I don't know why they could pass on them, but Theo is on the one that's about to be on Paramount Plus. Theo is back.
For real?
Theo is back. Yes, he's on the list.
Oh, that is amazing.
If you know where to upload it, I can tell you.
No, it's okay. Because the thing is, they have to air the UK version, right? And the Australia version.
They haven't aired any of the other versions.
Yeah.
The global one is in quarantine, so they haven't even shot it yet. But they know the cast.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to see the cast for them because I feel like that would be telling of who is going to go far on the seasons.
When I tell you, when you look at the cast, I can't call it because
that's good.
It's like a mixture of the challenge, All Stars, then you have whatever CBS was doing versus, Argentina, Japan, Australia, all of them. I'm like,
Japan?
Isn't Japan one?
I would love to see it.
Wait, no. It's Argentina, Australia, and the UK. Japan isn't there, but I think Japan does have a version of the challenge that'll be on Paramount Plus.
Oh,
but that one will probably be hard because you probably have to read all the subtitles. But
I'll read them though.
When you look at the cast, all you have to do is go on Twitter. You can find it. You can't pinpoint which way it's gonna go. I have no clue.
I saw Amber B was gonna be there.
Amber B is there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm so glad Theo is back because I know that dude has been itching. He's much like Paulie, where they're like gnashing at the teeth and they're really wanting to go on this show and do some damage. And I'm so glad Theo gets to come back, and I cannot wait for Paulie to come back. And yeah, that's amazing news. I was glad
Paulie isn't there. Paulie isn't there.
Mm-mm.
It's a lot of all-stars. It's more all-stars than challengers, I'll say that. So you're getting a lot of OG vets.
Because production can't read the room. Production really thinks that they have no show without these people. That's why they're bringing so many of them on, because I feel like they thought they needed them. And I was like, you really didn't. Like, we were fine.
But Angie's talking about the OGs from like
OG vets like Brad.
Like
they put all the vets from all
stars. I like them. I do like them.
We like them. We just over the whole.
No, I don't see CT isn't there.
Yeah, CT out here living that's like
Wes is supposed to be there, but it's rumored that Wes hurt his foot, like had foot surgery. So I'm sure it's gonna be an alternate for Wes. So I'm not really counting Wes on this list. If the Twitter T is right.
Stop inviting them.
Do you know if Alyssa is there? Because I know Kylan's not, because they said they dropped Big Brother.
No, it's when you think of USA, the two winners are there. I think you'll like the two other people that are with Danny and Sarah Lucina.
I love Sarah.
It's right?
Huh? It's not Alyssa. Oh, at all.
Okay.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, you can tell us for USA because we've seen that one.
Justine is there.
Yeah.
And
nice.
Ben.
Oh, I love both of them.
Justine and Ben.
Oh,
from
Ben.
Challenge USA.
That's so good for Ben.
Deserves a second chance.
Yeah.
He does, because he got hurt right before the final and had to leave.
Yeah, I bet he was at home watching it like, for real, Tyson? For real, you guys? Y'all just gonna quit? Like, for real?
And then all the other people are this is kind of a spoiler now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't seen the challenge UK, Australia and stuff.
That's why I was like, why would y'all even release that? Because that's kind of letting us know.
They're telling you 4, so at least you know 2 of the 4 won.
Right.
Fair. Now that I think about it, but yeah. But everybody else on the challenge side, it took me a long time to wrap my brain around what they're doing. Because I'm like, I thought it was supposed to be the winners of these little spin-offs only. I'm like, why is West there? Why is Bananas there? Like, why are all these challenge people there? They weren't on CBS.
Because I think Nani's
What?
That better not be. She was saying maybe that's why you think they're gonna win, because she thinks Nani is on that list, and she's like, if Bananas and Nani are on that list.
Now, I had to think about it for a while because I didn't understand the concept of the show. It's called The Challenge versus the global competitors. So the people on the spinoffs, CBS, Australia, and them is them versus just random people on the challenge. So it's weird, but
See how that goes, because
okay.
I mean, hopefully it'll be good, but I know it kind of sounds like War of the Worlds 2 to me. Like when they put up the UK was going against America, and it seemed like they were severely like just not this on the same level.
No, but the way that Angie described it, all of the
I know
champs
that they're
from all those
challengers, but she's
seasons.
saying they're gonna have like random champs who've been doing it forever against the spinoff people.
Mm-mm.
That's not what you mean?
yeah.
That's
Not
what
everyone on the challenge side is a champ because like Naya is there, so she's not a champ, but they just have random challengers
for a long time.
versus the champs who win these spin-offs.
The other side is all
Okay.
champs.
Okay.
It's giving me champs versus stars, like how they have people from the challenge versus the stars. I still think it's going to be uneven because these people have only did one season of the challenge and everybody else have done like 10 or at least 5. Like they've done it.
And that's why I'm not as excited, because I never like those seasons where it's just like you pit them against each other, but it's not even. Like one team has more experience, they have more strength. But we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna be hopeful that they got Sarah. She's a beast. She ain't got no quit. And hopefully they have a lot of other people on that side. They got Theo. So hopefully.
But Justine is Theo is on the other side. He's on the challenge side, not the global side.
It's confusing. We'll just see.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. I just needed to
go back. I would love it if they were going to do it like a fresh meat where one person from the challenge got one of these global people as a partner and let's go. Because if the challenge people are going to do that rookie, like
it's the same thing. Wash, rinse, repeat. Like, I'm over it.
Yeah, that's been our problem with this season, honestly, Angie, is that they keep bringing in these vets. It's like the rookies don't really have a chance, so that's kind of annoying.
I agree, because next week we have to see Darrell and Veronica. Please be the last people coming in, because it seems like rookies, we gave y'all a chance, but every week we're going to build up the vet side. And not even the vet side, but the OG vet side. Mm-hmm. Like, we're going to give Bananas and Nani even more people to protect them. And we're going to slowly dwindle until it turns into the Bananas and Nani show. And I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it either. That's not a good show to watch. And it's so funny because it's like, this was a great twist in theory, but if you're going to try to do something like this, then you need to cast more rookies than vets in the beginning. So then you're giving the vets more reinforcements, and it's like, oh, this is cool. It's in the playing field. But the rookies were kind of already outnumbered. So when you keep bringing
they were already outnumbered
already. So it was just like, this is insane. Like, you're bringing in.
It was already like this.
If Ronnie and Raven didn't win week 1, it would have just been a bloodbath.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, they're so lucky. Like, production's lucky that they actually won and made it interesting for that first episode, because otherwise it just would have been like such a bad season from the get-go. But it just sucks, Angie, because it should be a great season, but I feel like there's a lot of holes in the boat that are gonna make it sink.
But like Angie said, because this probably going to get all the rookies gone and all the vets are going to be fighting it out
in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I guess in 2 weeks the
game will begin, because it seems like it hasn't even begun yet, because for every team that leaves, another team comes in. So
it's weird.
I give about 2 weeks. They have to get rid of Olivia and Horacio, Colleen and Kim, and then the game will begin. But it's no guarantee that either one of those two teams will leave in the next 2 weeks because Olivia and Horacio have a good opportunity to win a challenge, and they damn sure could win elimination. Let's
too. They didn't do so bad in that last daily.
This is the look of the elimination.
Is that her for real?
Yes. She had that stare into the camera. It's a still of it, but yes, that is Olivia.
That's that look somebody was talking about where they said like something came out of her. I forget who said that about her.
And this was my last picture.
Oh my goodness.
Old girl couldn't keep her shoes on for anything. And I was like, and she was in the space saying, like, after the first round of having to, and I just now noticed the up close that it's like a metal grate she's on. She said her feet were tore up, and that's why it was so easy for Olivia to win the next 2 rounds. But CBS, MTV, whoever challenged people, keep this elimination. That was amazing. I like the double-decker hall brawl. What did you all think about it?
It was cool. I liked it.
I thought Raven was pitiful. Like, I was like, they're going to lose regardless because Raven ain't going to be able to do her part. Like, she could not hold her own against Olivia to save her life. Like, oh my gosh. But Johnny, when he came back and he won that 1 round with Horacio,
I was very impressed by Horacio.
They need to bring him back.
Yeah, Johnny has to come back. He's a competitor.
Because you would have thought Johnny, he's more muscular. I would have thought, okay, he's about to wash Horacio, and then Olivia is going to wash Raven. But Johnny came back, and I mean, no, because Horacio, I was like, oh.
Same. And, you know, he really was representing for the soccer players because it's like, whew, like Johnny might play football or whatever, but the soccer players got them legs. Like, them legs were strong and he was representing.
I agree with Dabu, Olivia and Horacio. That pissed me off because that reminds me of something I heard. It was either on the show or on the preview for the next episode where they were telling people that's how you get your name. When you keep going elimination, that's how you make a name. No, I can make a name for myself a lot of different ways. I don't have to be your pit bull in elimination to take out everybody you want to be taken out. But I agree, Dabu. I feel like Olivia and Horacio will be in at least 3 or 4 more times this season.
I bet Jay's so glad.
You're so right. I didn't even think about that.
Because that was Jay, like his season. He was in there every week. I know
until he went home.
I didn't think about that, Dabu. I'm not looking forward to seeing that. But as long as they don't have any more eliminations where they can cheat like they did the first time they went in with Turbo, like I'll be fine. I just needed to be fair because that. Even though, you know, Alicia wanted Olivia and Horacio to stay, but I was like, I don't like to see the cheating though. Like, I would have rather it had been a fair fight. And if they lose, they lose.
Yeah, I didn't watch that elimination because I was rushing to get to the Twitter space, and I already knew that Turbo went home, so I was like, I don't have to watch Turbo go home.
It was
sad. Girl, they was cheating for him. They were straight up cheating for them. They told them every single match. I strongly think they would have lost if it wasn't for everyone else helping them.
I understand you have to pay your dues, but at some point, it just make it a good. At some point, you have to want to win for yourself. Like, get the champs out who's won at least. Bananas has more rings than fingers on one hand. Like, he has to put rings on both hands. He has so many rings. Let him go home. He can go home.
And I think, you know, there is a chance, like Dabu said, that they go in every single time. But once there is also another chance when the vets start putting in one another that they're like, no, we actually want vets to go home. We don't want Olivia and Horacio.
I think that's going to have to happen as soon as next week, right?
Yeah, because next week, the only rookie teams left are those 3: Colleen, Kim, Olivia, Horacio, and Tommy and Elise.
So and somebody else going in.
So you still got to have a 4 now. And I feel like that 4 is going to be Jay and Michelle if one of the 4 don't win.
Yeah. I hope it's them. I would rather it be them than Amber. Amber deserves She's not be treated like crap.
Yeah, like
give her a little bit crap more on her every season. Yeah.
We haven't seen a lot of Amber. I want Amber to win a daily and actually make some moves. I would love for Amber to be like, look, KC, Fessy, y'all two go ahead and get on the board.
I don't want it just because I feel like they're finally open to working with her.
So
she already said that she's not working with them this season.
Well, all right then. Well, do what you got to do, girl.
They're never.
They
gonna
ruined
work
it.
together, huh? Yeah.
They ruined it. Yeah.
Because they would just make a fool of her again. Like, she would work with them. She would be where Tommy and Annalise is at the bottom. And then when the numbers dwindle, you're the first one to go in. So what's the point of working against yourself when you could join the rookies and make a move?
She could join the vets for all we know, because honestly, Fessy and Casey are not as in with the vets this season as they think they are. Like we've been saying, when it comes down to the vets dwindling their numbers, they're going to be some of the first ones being thrown in because they are powerful teams.
And they just don't have those connections.
More powerful than Amber being her boyfriend, in my opinion. Like, so she could really go anywhere as long as it's not with them. Okay.
Yeah. And they haven't lumped her in on that side because she was in the bed with them when they made that handshake thing. Like, we're going to put in whoever. She was in the bedroom with them.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't throw her in there. So maybe they don't even know.
I would love to see her be able to play the middle.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. She deserves that. She's had a tough challenge run.
You know who I feel like had a tough run and really can't get a break is Jay. He came in. He didn't even want D, but D was flirting with him because of what Rogan did to her off season, which got Rogan all jealous like a man. I don't even want you, but can't nobody else want you either. Like, how mannish is that? So he didn't even do anything. Like, D kissed him. Now, yeah, he kissed her back, but I mean, it's the challenge house. But he wasn't pursuing D. So he already got screwed over that season. Then he comes back and has a fair chance. Oh, I'm going to work with Nelson and Fessy, and I'm in with like the new Homeboy Alliance. I know that's not the name, but I call them the Homeboy Alliance. I'm going to work with them. And then here comes Josh all of a sudden. I don't trust Jay. Jay did this. He got to go home. Just because Josh was scared of going into elimination. I feel like Jay has had a really bad run. And I would love to see him finally be the type of vet that can make some power moves.
I would love to see it too. I would love to see
it.
Him.
Just sucks that he's with Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to work with him and do what.
Jay and Michaela would have won this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and she would have been on the same page with him.
Michelle is literally fighting him tooth and
nail. They were real ride or dies. They were on the same season. Yeah, they kind of, whatever happened that season of Survivor, but they're cool after it. Like, it's no bad blood after that season of Survivor. They are really friends. I would have loved to see that, but
yeah, she would have went after the vets with him, and Michelle's just trying to kiss their butts. That's smart for Michelle.
Wait, that's a lot of people. Michelle, Jay, Amber, Nelson, Darrell, and Veronica. Darrell and Veronica are not going after Nani and Bananas. Those are old school vets. They are working together.
Not either. Nelson's gotten too smart for that. He is playing the middle all day.
And you heard that Nelson's strategy is not to even win anything.
Mm-hmm. And he's smart.
He gave Norris the wrong birthday on purpose.
Oh, for real?
Yes, Norris said that in the first space. Like, he said he did not want to win the first challenge.
Yes, I respect
it. They were going to win it, but he said, he gave her the wrong birthday, so the numbers would be wrong.
I respect that.
And literally every episode, he's like, oh, man, I just can't win a challenge daily to save my life. Like, he is really, like, milking that story.
And I think they could have won this week because they were right behind Fessy.
They were second.
Like,
they were second.
Keep up with them, and let's go it, though.
They said Rogan wasn't jealous. Oh, he wanted a storyline and an easy red skull. Well, he sure played like he was jealous, but he probably did want the easy red skull too.
That was terrible.
He was jealous. Maybe not so like, oh, that's my girl, but like butthurt, like, oh, you gonna disrespect me and make me look like a fool? Kind of like that, maybe.
That season had me so mad at Rogan. And that was the season. Was that the season in the middle where D said some crazy stuff to Davon about Black Lives Matter, so they couldn't even show it all?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Was
is
it Don or was it
erased?
Cam?
It was Bailey. It was Bailey. It was Bailey.
Yeah.
Neither one of those girls.
Yeah. Yeah. That season was just terrible for many reasons. And I didn't like the way
They didn't even show all the trash stuff he did to D
Yeah.
that season.
Yeah.
I
Because
understand.
they were trying to cut D off, but Rogan treated D like trash that season.
And I really wish that they would have allowed us as viewers to have seen how everything went down, period. Like, I understand she did something messed up and that she might not be coming back for future challenges, but this challenge has already happened. I really would have liked to have just seen
It was the weirdest
how
thing.
it actually happened.
How do you just erase somebody from the storyline? How do you just
Like,
go to the
literally was
editing
just
room?
not there.
You can only show her like when she won because she had to be there. But like, you remember how Bananas was like, I'm voting in this person. Rogan, is it okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm voting in D. I was like, and you know, D won that elimination, came back in the house and slept with him after all of that. But they didn't show any of it.
I can't. Oh my gosh. No, I would love to see D come back because I feel like she is a wonderful female competitor and she would give people like Casey and a run for their money. I feel like the female competitors are kind of like lacking right now. We don't have Cam because she's with the baby. So, you know,
you have to explain why.
And I also feel like D didn't do anything really terrible to be canceled for.
I 100% agree with you. And I hope people don't cancel me for saying it, but I understood the joke that she was trying to make. It was just the wrong, like, read society, girl, read the room. It is not time to make fun. It's not time to say these kind of jokes. I don't think D is a racist person. Now, she done something else outside of that Bailey conversation. I don't know because I don't follow her on Twitter. But it was an off-color joke, disrespectful, and it was not the time in society to say this. But if you all could let Jordan back, you can let D come back.
Yeah, like all these people who've done.
Bananas has done racially motivated jokes before by calling what's Cheyenne Shaniqua. Like, we know what that means.
He was just saying a whole bunch of things, just not her name.
So, like, if you could let other people apologize, because Jordan had a whole 2-minute confessional apologizing.
I think he said the N-word.
They said he had the confessional on All Stars 3. I think that's when he came back. He was allowed to apologize and clean up his image. And mind you, I believe people can have the opportunity to grow, to learn and grow. I will give you that. D deserves that same opportunity.
Especially because she didn't do nothing nowhere near.
And it also, especially as a woman and another person of color, like, you're letting these white men come back. Like, it really spoke volumes to us that as a woman of POC that she was canceled so quickly over something very minor.
Kamisha is back.
Hey, okay, I was like, did she leave? Hey.
Kamisha works nights, so she probably jumps in and out.
Okay, I'm so happy that she's in here because,
that's
like
awesome.
I said, yeah, I know her.
Big fan.
She don't know me, but now she does. So that's awesome. But yeah, we're not really that big into cancel culture. Like, we do understand that there are people that do not need a platform and they need to like go away and at least, like, you know, learn some things before you come back. But like you said, we really do believe that people have the capacity to change.
This statement right here says it all.
They sacrificed her, and it honestly it felt like racism. I was like, this is so crazy because MTV's trying to fight racism by being racist. Like,
right. Because you heard Leroy's live where he put it all on the table, how MTV never stepped in for him with that Camilla situation. And no one in the cast really did either. So it's like, miss me with the MTV. Miss me with it. Kamisha says she just followed you and she's excited.
Thank you so much.
Kamisha knows she big time, girl.
Okay, I'm telling you.
Yes, girl.
They said you were the Big Brother person to follow during Big Brother. Everybody knows Kamisha reviews.
I know her, and I don't even I'm not even on Jayla
I
or
sent
Big
her
Brother that
clips.
much.
Yeah, I love Joseph and Taylor. Who doesn't? So, I sent her clips of your interview with them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
when you were fangirling, I love that.
It was awesome.
I love that moment.
I was like, she's so real. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And she said, I'm at work. So she probably stepping in and out while she's at work. But
that's awesome.
Hang in there. Have a good time at work.
Ladies, everybody in the chat knows I could talk all night. To talk.
2 hours?
It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Movie. That's a long movie.
That's like watching Wakanda Forever almost.
Yeah. Did you know that? It's long. It's a long one.
It's probably a 3-hour movie. I can't wait for that to come out.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Same.
But this was so much fun.
Same.
This was so much fun. Anytime you all want to talk about Survivor, the challenge, anything, let me know. I will send you all a link because this was a lot of fun.
Girl, we definitely want to come back.
Alicia said DM her. Kamisha helps a lot of content creators brand their platforms. And I know you two don't do as much with YouTube, and you're more focused on your music and your acting, but she can give you all some great advice. So please DM her and just kind of let her know where you want to be with your content and just see what kind of advice she has. She's amazing. She's helped me a lot with my YouTube channel, my Twitter channel. So please DM Kamisha. She said she followed you all today.
Absolutely will.
Yeah,
Thank you
really
so
exciting.
much.
It's crazy the way God works sometimes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it. Yes. It really is. But looking forward to talking with you. Kamisha, thank you.
And she has a panel tomorrow. If you watch Ready to Love, I believe tonight is the last episode of the reunion. I'm kind of off with Ready to Love, but her Ready to Love panel is Saturday at 11:30. We're doing Real Housewives of Potomac Sunday right after the episode at 8. Potomac panel, and we're dressing up for Halloween. Like just, neck up, but we're dressing up, and I have to go out tomorrow and find the perfect costume. I'm keeping it a secret because I want to surprise everybody.
Nice.
I'm glad you know at least what you're gonna do.
Right.
I know what I want, but it's like the weekend before Halloween, so I don't know if it's still there, but I know what I want.
You can do it. You can make it happen. Right.
Yeah, so those 2 panels, and those will be on her YouTube channel, Kamisha Reviews. So again, ladies, anytime you want to talk about the shows, just hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, because I followed y'all on Instagram too, and be like, Angie, this was a good episode. Let's talk. The link will be sent.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Yay.
I can't wait.
Thank you, Angie. Yeah.
This is great.
It's a lot of fun. And I can't wait to see what you all put out on your Instagram and your Twitter, the new music and everything. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hard at work.
Thank God we're working with some good people now. So Lord's willing, it's gonna be really great stuff, Angie.
I can't wait to hear it. So good. Oh yeah, Love is Blind recap. I forgot about that too. Me and Abby will be doing Love is Blind tomorrow on her channel. So
nice. I love it. Yeah, I know that show, but we don't watch that show.
But you guys in the chat, you guys make sure you tune in. And I'm definitely going to try to tune in for the Potomac one because that's my show.
Yes, that one's Sunday right after the show. So you all are on the East Coast, so 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Time.
Okay.
On Kamisha Reviews, not my channel, but her channel.
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, we'll subscribe.
And Angie, thank you so much once more for inviting us onto the show, for watching our videos. We really, really appreciate this opportunity. It was an absolute blast.
It is just like you said, some things are just God's moving through.
Literally.
Like I said, I know you two haven't done reviews in a couple of seasons, but I have been looking for you all, like really, because I was like, I really like them. I like Black content creators who talk about the challenge in Survivor. There's not that many. And, I found Kamisha, and then bam, you two were on Twitter. I was like, there they go.
Wow, that's so crazy. That is really crazy. That is God. Angie, I forgot to, before we close, can we please give our YouTube out? Because we are literally 8 followers away from 1,000. So that would be...
Me too.
if we could get
And
there.
next time, just because I'm sure there'll be a next time. Next time you come on StreamYard, put your YouTube in the box so people will already see that that's your YouTube name.
Sure, for
Like
sure.
how I have Kiss My Cheeks TV on there.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so smart. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll do that
We'll
next
definitely
time.
do that.
I can't wait for next time.
But yes, shout it out. I know, trust me, a lot of people are in the chat right now, but this video gets a lot of views. People love the competition shows. And then once you put it out, I'll shout it out on Twitter too. But if you only need 8 more, we're going to get to that 1,000 tonight.
So much.
This video.
Okay, so our YouTube is, why won't I go there? Anitra and Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally it. And then it says AKA ACA. Yeah, we are 9 followers. Can y'all see that? Where am I putting this? Can y'all see that top?
They cannot see it. Hold on.
Yeah, put it closer because the ring light is blocking it.
Turn it.
Yeah, Alicia and Anitra.
And that's what
AKA ACA. Oh
and that's what the picture looks like. I'm sorry that
yeah,
I couldn't
it's
get
the
it,
same picture that you advertised for us with us laughing. So
I'm gonna take a screenshot of it and tweet it out and tell everybody you only need 9 subscribers and to hit subscribe. I definitely will do that because I'm on my journey to 1,000 as well. I need more than 9, but I am almost there. I'm a lot closer than what I used to be.
You're gonna get it.
Yes, you're gonna get it in no time.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll help you out with. Well, we'll try to help you out with that.
Yeah, I'll shout out on my Twitter and Instagram.
I will definitely do that as soon as we get off of here. But everyone knows it's Halloween, so I usually give a normal smooches at the end of the episodes. But since it's Halloween, you get a vampire kiss. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. I'll see y'all on Twitter later.
See you in
Bye.
Bye.